So you're not emotionally available.
I feel like for the right person, I would be emotionally available, but
That's everyone. Everyone's like, oh, I'm just like, not looking for anything serious. What that actually means is it's not you, bitch.
hey girl, you trying to hit this?
You know exactly what I need.
Well, welcome back, you filthy fucking stoners.
Good morning, good afternoon, whatever the fuck time it is, wherever you are. Welcome back to Two Girls, One Blunt.
Hell yeah. We're high. We just smoked a blunt. You always roll fatties, Victoria.
Am I not supposed to?
No, you are absolutely encouraged.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know what they want from me. I just do it. I don't ask.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Do you know how disappointing it is, though, when you tell somebody else to roll a blunt? And this isn't me to you. This is when I tell someone who, like, random comes in to roll a blunt, or they offer to roll a blunt, and they roll, like, the skinniest blunt.
Can't share it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's just for you.
That's what they're used to.
Maybe they're just trying to be respectful with your weed, but no, be disrespectful with my weed.
Exactly. Or it's their weed, and I'm like, I see you. We just rolled two of our, like, blunts of our own weed.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, you're kicked out of that.
That's not
party.
cute.
Yeah, you're not invited anymore.
One time I went on a yacht, and we'll introduce you after this. One time I went on a yacht, and I brought caviar blunts, or caviar joints. And I was smoking everyone up the whole yacht time. And it's the end of the night, and these three girls are passing around a blunt. And so, like, I obviously put my hand out because the whole reason they've been high is from our weed. And that's very expensive, like, nice weed. Mm-hmm. And the girl literally said, sorry, like, we don't have a lot of weed. We're not sharing. And this bitch, and one of the other people yelled at her, and they were like, she's the only reason we all got high today. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like a typical Miami girl on a fucking boat. And I was like, she was also like 19, but I was just like, you little shit.
She doesn't know yet.
I hate people like that.
She doesn't know.
But you know who I love? Who you're going to love today? Our girl, Big Victoria Fonseca. Wow. Victoria Fonseca.
Who are you?
I am a fitness coach, health coach, wellness coach. I have a little bit of a following, so I dabble in influencer space.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I need you to talk loud and proud like you normally do, Victoria.
Sorry, I don't know.
And face the mic.
Face the mic.
Okay. Yeah.
So, influencer, health coach, model. I freelance, so I don't. That's also something I don't really identify by, but I do it for fun.
You do UGC too, right?
I do.
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
How did I get into it? By getting my followers up. I think as soon as I got a bit of a following, even it was like I had like 7K on my Instagram account, and people started reaching out to me. As soon as you get over like 5K, some brands.
Micro-influencers are a huge industry for brands because people almost trust them more. You're like not sold out yet.
No, and you put a lot more into you work for it.
Yeah, you also do like a lot for cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't, it's when your foot's stepping into the water.
You're just dabbling. Yeah, you sell it. I still do because I'm a perfectionist, but a lot for not as much.
Have you upped your prices since you got bigger?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Something us and Victoria always talk about is manifestation and like signs and synchronicities. And I don't care if you don't believe in it, because we do. And here's a story. I was talking to Victoria about how to like make more money and how do we like utilize our social media platforms to make money. And we were talking about contracts, and since I've been in sales, I was like, let me help you. And I was asking you questions, and you were like, what are you talking about? Totally fine. And I was like, no, we have to go over this together because you're underselling yourself. You're worth way more. You put so much effort into your videos. They're always all different. They're very clean.
Yeah, no,
they're great.
Dedicated to the cause.
Exactly. And what happened after our conversation?
Oh, I got I can't say the price, but a
You can say the price.
I can say the price?
Just don't say the company.
Oh.
But you can always talk about that.
Oh.
Unless you signed an NDA.
Okay. Well, the next day I got a $3,000 deal for just one post.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
For a what?
Just one post, like one.
That's so dope.
Very exciting.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Hard work's paying off.
Hell yeah.
So.
All right.
But, you know, we didn't bring you on here to talk about fitness. No offense.
We
love your fitness mindset.
I don't even talk about fitness anymore.
But you're fucking hilarious. You're crazy, just like us. So, you know, we brought you on to have a conversation as friends. You know, not
as lovers.
Yeah.
Lovers and friends.
Lovers and friends.
So you can take away the customer service voice.
Yeah.
Give us the real you.
We're both like, this is not Victoria.
Look, I feel like so cramped up.
I can scooch it away from you if you want.
Yeah, I need some more space.
Okay. Are you high?
I'm high, but I'm also like, I feel like, okay, thank you.
What did I look at this?
Oh shit, that's lucky.
Oh shit. What the fuck?
I thought you were pointing to the girl's butt. I was like, yeah, that's a good one.
You know, it's just open on fucking Yasmin Lopez's ass.
I don't know.
I put the wine glass on the corner of the phone. I don't know if it can be seen. And it's just tilting, like about to cause an accident at any moment with all of the expensive equipment.
Oh my gosh.
Very risky business.
It was balanced.
All right, Victoria, have you ever shoved anything in your own ass?
Of course. Duh. You have to. I feel like that's a part of life.
A lot?
A lot of things?
Or just once?
No, I mean, you have to try out different things because, like, the first time, it's not, you're like, maybe try again. And then.
Did you go full on with, like, a glass jar? Like a can? What are we talking?
I used
a cucumber.
I used a knife. No.
Oh, my God.
I hope it was sheathed.
No, I think it was probably, what was the first thing? My finger?
Okay.
Yeah,
you
been
went
there.
nice and slow.
I think that, I don't even know. I can't remember, but
Were you young or was this recent?
No, younger.
Same.
Not like,
it
took me a while to go there, but I was like, I think one day I was like.
You just did it by yourself to explore?
Oh, yeah. 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 Mm-hmm.
See, I never like put my own finger in my own ass for fun, but I was so nervous that there was going to be like, I was going to have a dirty asshole. So in the shower, I would put my finger in the ass to clean it out. And that's the only time I was like, oh, we're getting in there. And I don't think soap is good up your ass, but I would do it and that shit would slip right in so it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, this is vulnerable.
Yeah. Naked and Afraid. Anal edition.
Yeah.
That could be a show. They just run around with butt plugs up their ass.
Oh my God.
I love that.
One of them are randomly vibrating. So like you never know when you're going to get attacked by the vibrator.
Oh. I was like, why isn't this text
something?
I'm starting a series of like ridiculous reality TV show concepts that I've come up with, and I think I need to add that to the list.
Okay, so what are the lists? What is the list?
Well, the other one is there's only one. Now there's two. Celibate Central. It's a bunch of weirdos who went celibate, speaking as one of the weirdos, and you just team them up on an island, but none of them know how to flirt or talk with people anymore.
Oh my God.
So it's just incredibly awkward.
Yeah, I live for that.
See, I feel like once you've been there, it comes back.
It's either incredibly awkward or an orgy.
Yeah.
No in between.
Ooh, that's so true. People being like, I need to fuck, like seething.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're just like, I don't know what to do because everyone around me is attractive.
Yep. And some of the challenges are like, you have a cock cage that electrocutes you if you get a hard on, like interesting stuff,
like,
you know?
That's crazy. Imagine a dude just gets like the tiniest chub and he's a grower. So like even a tiny chub is like, it's like sending off crazy electrical signals. The dude passes out on live TV.
Or maybe he like gets into it and he's like, I think I like this.
Honestly, I feel like that is the kind of trauma that would make you into that. Like he would leave the show and be like, this is my thing now.
Then he graduates to cattle prods. And I just see it as a very slippery slope until he starts killing women.
Yeah, I mean, is it a slippery slope before a man kills a woman? I think it's a pretty straight line.
I was listening to Tea Time with Gabby Lamb, who we had on like 40 episodes ago, and Harper Rose Drummond, and they had an episode like, what would you do if there were no consequences in the world? And a lot of the men wrote in, and they were all like, I would kill them. I would go on a murderous rampage. So I feel like that's very telling.
I had a fear when I was a child that the person I married was going to murder me.
I have that fear now.
That was a real fear. I was like,
you got killed in a past life.
I must have. I like was terrified of it. And I would see the crime documentaries of the men killing their wives. And I'm like, that's like, how do you know?
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Gone Girl fucked me up. That is a movie, fucked me up. Have you ever seen it?
That's a great movie.
Yeah. It makes you realize that people are tapped.
Oh, yeah.
Like
No,
the
I
guy
knew
who
that. I knew
killed
that
his
before the movie.
daughters. Was that American Family? It was like a Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Like he was, all the pictures, he's happy, everything's good. And then one day he's just like, I'm over this.
I'm done. And then he killed them.
Yeah. That shit's
to
crazy.
go be with his dirty mistress.
You know, we're on all these dating podcasts. We have a dating podcast and a comedy podcast, but like, I feel like now men are trying to be like, well, women are independent. You're never going to get married. More women are single. And I don't think anyone's like upset about that because like our biggest risk is not dying alone. It is dying from love.
Yeah, no, I'd rather be happy and alone.
Yeah.
I think like a week ago, there were 4 families that all died in the span of literally like a week and a half from their father killing them.
Wait, yeah.
Like a week ago.
There's like a thing happening where a lot of, what am I speaking? Non-English. Me no
I'm
sentence.
rubbing off on you. That's my language.
Oh my God, did you guys ever speak gibberish?
Mm-hmm.
I did. I
Pig
spoke
Latin.
the op one, like mapo, capo, wapo, tapo.
Wait, is that
tapo.
from Zoom?
I don't know what it's from, but
Zoom
she put
is one of my middle school best friends. His older sister was on Zoom. She was Caroline.
Zoom.
I thought you were saying like video. What Zoom?
Zoom was like the kids show. You never seen Zoom?
Maybe I don't.
It was like a kids show, and they did like science experiments, and they were like Zuma, Zuma, Zuma.
Oh,
Zoom.
that kind of sounds familiar.
And it's like it always was like a black background. Like it looked like they were in a black warehouse.
It's hitting somewhere in my brain.
Look up Caroline Zoom. She was like the most loved one. And she stayed like just as beautiful. She's been so beautiful.
Oh, she was so cute.
Do you remember her?
No.
Oh. Okay, what were you saying? Men killing people. Too many there's been a lot of instances in
men
the
killing
news.
wives.
Yeah, where men have like killed their wives.
They're babies, right?
Their babies and their wives.
Their babies and their wives.
Their whole family?
Yes.
It's like multiple people have been getting arrested for killing their wives and kids.
A doctor in California drove his Tesla off the side of like a death cliff and they all survived.
Oh my God.
What would you do?
I would kill myself.
Yeah, no, how do you can't.
You survive and you're like on your husband's insurance. So you like, I got to stick around just to pay the bills.
That sucks. And he's a doctor too. What if like she's a stay-at-home mom and can't afford their lifestyle?
Yo, this is why I say, okay, I used to say add a cheating clause to your prenup. Now, new clause. You know how the lady has the list on TikTok of reasons not to get pregnant? Here's like the reasons or the things that you should do when you get married if you decide. But the cheating clause and if he tries to kill me clause and I survive.
And I survive?
Or like if he tries to kill me, then my children get 100% of his fortune.
There we go. We need repercussions. Even
You know
if
what I mean?
If I die, I
You
need.
should be able to just wipe his bank account.
Yeah.
He tried to wipe my life. Fuck you. I'm taking your money.
And that like that's so fucked up that you have to put that in a legal document as if it's like a corporate
I
business.
don't even want to talk about legalities.
I know. Speaking of that, remember I was like, I didn't know if Massachusetts was auditing me. Yeah, I looked at the paper again and it says you're being audited.
Oh.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
For
we
what
love
years?
being audited for the IRS, just 2018.
Oh, okay.
It's just Massachusetts saying I never filed. I definitely filed a federal, but because I didn't file a state, they probably were like, what the fuck? Because my Thrive Hive was in Massachusetts. It's stupid.
That's annoying.
But I don't have my lease to prove that I lived in New Hampshire. Like, I don't have a copy. I literally just hit up my ex-roommate that hated me. And I was like, hey, hope you're doing well. Congrats on your engagement.
Oh.
She also dated my ex, so that's why things were weird.
She engaged your
Tell me
ex?
you want
No.
something without
She's
telling me you
engaged
want
to a
something.
guy from my college. So it was a very small world. And then like I was like, oh, you're dating him? We used to go to the gym with him. And then I walk in, I was like, yeah, my new guy's coming over. And she's like, I dated him. And it was a weird situation.
Oh.
And we were just very different personalities, but I just DM'd her on Facebook. I was like, can I have a copy of the lease from 2018?
Do you think she still has it?
She's so organized. There's no way. Like, that was her thing. I'm like, hey, in case you saved it for your records, can I
You're lucky you're with you.
can I cop that?
Did she respond?
No. But I just sent it today.
Oh.
So.
Whew.
But also, like, she's probably like, this girl is still a mess. Because that was when I was down bad.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I moved in, had no furniture, $100 in my bank account. I laid on the floor and cried. The first night, I was like, wow, I have my own place. And I didn't even have a place to sleep.
As long as you got a roof over your head, that's all that
Yeah.
matters.
It was like peace,
I'd pay for peace.
right?
Yeah.
And she hated me because I was like, I'm in my own place. I'm going to play music and I'm going to have my boyfriend over, and she would tell me to have sex quieter. She literally came up to me once and was like, listen, I can hear you. She said, I went to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And in the bathroom, I could hear you having sex.
Oh, my.
And she dated him in like middle school or like freshman year of high school for a week. So like this shouldn't
so
be
she
a
was
big deal.
jealous?
And she was like, I just don't want to have to hear that. Like, can you be quieter? And I was like, I do have sex silent. And she was like, I mean, yeah. And I was like, well, I don't.
You're making this real hard
I
for
literally
me.
said, I was like, I can't come if I have sex silent. So like, I'll try to be respectful, but it's in the middle of the night and I didn't expect you to be in the bathroom listening.
Yeah, no.
That's weird. Just
Go
put
to the-
headphones
Go to the
on.
bathroom before bed.
Right? And then my ex got upset and he was like, I can't come to your house anymore because it's so uncomfortable. And I was
That's
like, why is this a
dramatic.
thing? Hopefully she gives me the lease though.
Yeah. Well, this episode will release in a week, so she has a week
Yeah.
to get back to you.
I have a week to talk to the IRS.
Did you butter her up?
I said, congrats on the engagement.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. I feel like that's a lot of butter.
I said, hey, hope you're doing well. Congrats on the
That's more butter.
engagement.
Yeah.
I'm reaching out because I'm seeing I can't find a copy of our lease from 2018. I need it to prove that I lived in New Hampshire. Any chance you have it? Thanks for the help.
That was pretty buttery.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And but it also is like, you're a mess, Jamie.
She's probably not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm manifesting her sending it to you.
No, she'll say
Me
yes.
too.
She'll say yes.
I liked her. We were just, you sometimes can't roommate
Did
with
she like
people.
you?
I think we tried to, like, in the beginning, and we like got along, but the way that we lived was very different.
Mm. That'll do it.
And like, she was super clean, like anal clean. So if I like left and I like had dishes in the sink before I came home, but like, they were in the sink. Like, I'm respectful.
No, sometimes it happens.
It'd be frustrating that she'd have to do like the dishes, but I'm like, I wasn't home yet. And I just put it in the sink, like things like that. I don't know. Maybe also I have depression. I've had depression for a long time. We talked about this the other night. We were like, does suicide ever end? No.
No.
You just learn how to like shut it off sometimes, you know? So,
Amen.
and sometimes you leave a dish in the sink for a little too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, roommates are fucking rough, though.
It is.
Roommates are rough. My past roommate, I think she was like, oh, I had to do your dishes. I was like, then don't do them. I didn't ask you to.
Yeah.
Like, it's simple.
Don't.
There you go, girl.
Yeah,
That is.
that is true.
She also moved her boyfriend in and he didn't pay rent for like 6 months. So
I had one of those.
me not doing the dishes, I think they're a bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, I had a college roommate, and she had her boyfriend who basically moved in, which made no sense because he had his own apartment. And they would sit on the couch every single day when I got home from school. So I never got to use my living room because they would spend 6 hours every night in the living room watching their movies.
That's the worst.
Sometimes they would take my mac and cheese and cook it
Oh, no.
and
That's
not replace it.
Not the
grounds for
fucking Mac.
fighting. I'm
And then
fighting.
every morning they would take an hour shower together in the morning, every morning at like prime time, like 7 a.m. college
What the
time.
hell are you doing?
Why?
And we had so many conversations and it was really frustrating. So I just threw parties. I threw parties and I said, fuck you guys. And I had people over and I blared the music and they'd be like, we have class. And I'd be like, go to the library.
I don't feel guilty.
Go sleep with your fucking boyfriends.
Yeah.
There we go.
True.
Roommates are. Do you have a bad roommate story?
Oh my gosh.
Or what's like the pettiest fight that you got in with a roommate?
College was funny. I had 1 year that I had a roommate and it did not work for me. But
Turn your customer service voice off.
sorry, this is customer service?
Yeah.
Talk like a man.
Oh my God. I don't, How
Yeah, get like go like this and channel.
Shake it out.
Channel your autism.
Oh, I'm the
There we go.
There we go. And that's your camera. So if you ever want to make a point, you look there.
Oh, I've been looking at this camera the whole time.
I noticed. That's why I wanted to let you know. But that's our camera and that's yours.
What a dick. I didn't even know that was there. Okay. Hello.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Is Victoria here?
Yeah, Victoria.
Are you there, God?
Victoria is here. Is this me? I don't even know who I am anymore.
Yeah. See?
Is this me?
Yeah, that's you. Okay.
Yeah. I also, in my head, I kept thinking, I'm like, how the fuck does this camera see me?
I was thinking that. I was like, she's probably thinking it's showing out for her
I
face.
was like, is it a wide angle lens? Because I'm like, no.
Actually, if there was a wide angle lens there, I would be able to see you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that doesn't look like a wide angle lens.
It's not.
What was
Hi, Bear.
what was the question?
We were just saying loosen up.
No,
There
no.
was a question.
There was a question.
There was a
Am I
question?
loose? Am I loose?
Yeah.
Loose.
Oh, bad roommate
Am I
story.
loose?
Bad roommate story.
College. I like barely remember it because I was so.
Was it traumatic?
No, nothing ever. It's funny stuff.
Oh, you're just blacked out the whole time.
I was, yeah. Oh no, college was the first time I ever had like real freedom from my mother's very strict grasp. So
Oh, we love
So you went
strict
fucking
mom.
crazy.
I went buck wild. I'm glad I'm alive.
Sometimes I wonder how you're alive.
Me too. Also, just crazy, outlandish shit happens to me. But roommate, she would take my stuff and like my underwear, and I saw
Wait, your underwear?
my underwear.
Like, would she sniff them or wear them?
What'd she do with it?
Wear them. And I was like, I still to this day, I'm like, did she think that they were like, see them on the floor and think that they were? Because I'm like, I can't.
No girl sees a pair of underwear
Yeah.
and is like, those are mine. Absolutely not. The only time we do it is when we go shopping together and buy the exact same set because we like it. And then I'm like, is this one yours? I have two. So one of them's yours. But
Yeah, I know,
absolutely
man.
no. And you know that if you were at your boyfriend's or your girlfriend's and you saw another pair of underwear that wasn't yours, you would know immediately they weren't yours. So bullshit. I call bullshit if that roommate tried to play it.
I just don't. That's far going through my underwear.
Did you ever ask her?
No. At that point, I was not able to vocalize things. There were certain things that I would just blow up one day. That's what I would resort to.
Same.
Really?
Pissed.
Yeah.
And be like, because one time I came home and it just so happened. Oh, this is great. The person, I was, I'm like, are they watching? I get nervous because I'm like,
Don't get nervous.
No,
Act like it's...
I'm like, I hate to talk about certain situations and then feel like, this is how I made her feel. Anyways, fuck it.
Exactly. Fuck it.
I was at orientation and there was someone that made me feel so uncomfortable. The first day that I was there, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to stay clear of that person the entire time I'm at this college.
Girl or a guy?
A girl.
And then it was your
A
roommate.
girl. No, it wasn't my roommate, but she happened to start messing with my roommate. So unavoidable in my room all the time. And
That's how it always happens.
I was just
Haunted.
haunted. She like at orientation, I remember like she was texting me and I was in the bunk bed above her and she was like, come give me a kiss. I'm like,
Wait, the girl fucking trying to hook up with your roommate?
that was after. This was so this is before I had a roommate or anything. And I was like, no, like weird. I've never. And then
Did you know you liked girls then?
I had a girlfriend in high school, so college is after high school.
Oh,
but I
shit.
did not like her. I didn't like her. And did not, was no attraction there. I was scared of her. I was literally like, yeah, never gonna see her. Yeah, she was always there. And I walked in one time on her and the girl fucking and
So awkward.
it was so awkward. And one time I came home and there was soda on my laptop, which was right next to their bed, and they were laying in bed together. And I was like, you obviously knocked the soda down while you were fucking, because that's all you did. Just kidding.
That's all I did in
fuck a lot?
college.
You have to hear it.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
Did they fuck while you were in the room?
Yeah.
All college kids do.
Yeah, anything goes. It was just worse for me because I had trauma, PTSD with the girl. So I'm like, ugh.
What was the trauma?
The trauma was her coming on to me at orientation.
Oh.
Oh.
Really
Yeah.
weird. It was, I can't remember the full, but I'll never forget the one thing I took away from that orientation was stay away from that girl.
Yo, I always think like if I have kids, I hope they're not a creep. Like I hope I raise them like the social way of like how to like date somebody or court them, because I remember a kid in high school and he was hot. Like he had a cool personality, he was hot, but he was weird. Like he had to be weird and like secretive and sketchy. And you know when guys are like so horny, like that all they can talk about
It's
is
just
like
coming off in waves.
Mm-hmm. And he would always ask girls to like sit on his lap.
I hate one of those.
While he had his dick hard.
No.
Yeah, he'd be like, come sit on my lap. My dick's so hard.
Did you
Can
have one of
feel
those on the
it?"
school bus? I always had one on the school bus, and they're like, "Come sit on my lap." And I'm like,
And they have a heart on.
"Yes, of course."
And they like make you sit on and they're like, isn't this hot? And you're like, this is gross. You're a weirdo. And they think that's the way to get girls.
Oh, God.
those are the people that turn out to be
Rapists.
I was going to say, have you looked up his name recently?
I
Is
think
he,
he's
like-
I think he's normal. Like I like him. He was just always, but he had
No,
multiple
those people are
brothers,
twisted.
and
Those
they
people are
all
twisted.
kind of were like the same way. And you're like, why are you being
Ooh.
weird? Y'all are hot. Like every one of you are hot. You have
You
a
don't
lot
need to do
going for
that.
you. You're smart. You're good at sports. You are doing successful things. You don't need to be weird. Like the girls will hook up with you either way.
That's just them.
Oh.
That's when you know.
And it's like the
just them.
weirdness. Yeah.
Ugh.
I like, how do you teach your kid? I feel like I should teach my kid to be like, hey, here's a scenario that makes you look like a fucking creep, bro. Don't ever do this.
You have to know, like,
that your kid's a weirdo.
no, that you're being fucking creepy.
Do you know though?
Do they know if they're doing that? Is it just like a learned behavior?
Because there's things that women think that men do that are creepy. Like a lot of them be like, oh, that's so creepy. And sometimes I don't view it that way. I'm like, I'm not that attached to him doing that. He's just trying and like doesn't realize like somebody's perception of something is gonna make them think it's creepy. Like I can be touched. Like I can deal with a dude slapping my ass in public. I don't like it. I don't like to be touched, but it doesn't like destroy my day. And I'm not like, I don't get extreme rage where I'm like, whatever. I'm literally like, hey, you're weird. Don't fucking touch me again. And then move on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it really depends. Like I'm so used to guys being creepy, doing like OnlyFans or even doing any sort of like comedy about dating and sex.
Guys are just creepy all the time, no matter what you are, where you are, what you're doing, who you are.
What's our advice to like tell guys on how to not be creepy? What's like a typical creepy thing that they do? So people listening, no, don't do this because it makes you look like a fucking creep.
Wow, there's so many things. Don't bark out your window.
Emily, creep.
Oh, I know. I bark out my window
I'm like,
too.
we
but
bark
like
all the time.
At at someone because you think that they are
Oh, like
attractive.
catcalling?
Like this is literal barking. Like
You've been barked at?
Yes. Yes. Like
Grown men
I
have
thought
barked
it
at
was
you?
a dog. Yes, hanging out the window, and he's like.
Maybe he's just weird like us. That's
But
funny.
I literally barked back. I was with somebody. I don't do that alone. I wish I had the balls to, but I'm also like, who knows? But yeah, when I'm with people, I bark back. I was like, who can
Yeah,
bark
you
better?
always do.
I love barking. I'm like,
Me too.
I'm the, you tested
Emily
the right
barks
person.
at the dogs next door sometimes just to rile them up.
I do. I'd do it again. But I think I met my match the other day. My tow truck driver, because I had to tow my car the other day. He was like coming on to me after he had spent the whole time talking about how he was a porn star, how he only fucked like soccer moms. Like he was like, I'm trying to be your man. Do you have a husband? And I was like, no, I need a pit bull, not a husband. He was like, ruff, 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 I can be your pit bull. And I was like, okay. And then I barked back, and you know, it was a moment.
And that was like when you're like, you're my people.
Yeah.
You want to know what's crazy about that? So it's the anniversary of my dad's passing. And her car breaks down and the tow truck can't get her, like bring her car to our building. So she brings it to my brother's house to park the car outside of my brother's house. Gets a tow truck, has this moment with this man. He ends up hitting on her like via text.
This bark moment.
And she sends me the screenshot of what this guy said. And I look at like the contact and his name is Eric. That's my dad's name.
Whoa.
So she broke down, has to go to my brother's house, gets a tow truck driver with the same name. I'm like, that's my dad.
That's
saying
crazy.
hello.
That's crazy.
And she meant to break down so that she could go to David's and like have him.
that was part of it. Yeah, it was
Here.
all part of the plan.
Isn't
It
that,
was.
That makes it all better.
isn't that
I
crazy?
wasn't stressing.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
Right?
I love
I
things
was
like
like, that's
that.
dad's name. So I told my brother, I was like,
That's deep.
David.
And it was
Did
meant
you-
for him to know too.
I go, did you know, like, but he goes, yeah, I already went inside and cried about it immediately
Oh, I
after I
love
didn't want to
him.
bring it up. And I was like, oh, David, I love you.
And I didn't know his name the whole time.
Wow.
It was
How'd you
just
find-
the
how'd you-
contact.
Just a guy.
Just the guy.
Did he give you his number, like the contact?
He texted me because he had my number from the tow truck.
Oh. Yeah. Crazy.
That is crazy.
Synchronicities, man. Like
Trust him.
when you have enough of those happen over and over, how do you not like trust them and believe them? So now, like when we get signs, I'm like, yo, this is giving me weird vibes, and I just gotta trust it now. And it will sound absolutely batshit crazy to somebody who hasn't like experienced that or trusted the signs themselves.
Yeah, I don't even think about it anymore. Just trust.
No.
I used to think about it, and then I'd be psych myself out. No, just blind. Trust.
On the day my grandfather died, my dad's car wouldn't start. His battery died after it started, and then his watch all stopped at the same time my grandfather died.
Holy shit.
That's sick.
I don't think my grandfather liked my dad. Maybe he was trying to fuck his day up. He was like, I'm going out, but I'm going out with a bang.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah.
Shout out, Grandpa.
That's something I would do.
Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, are my grandparents haunting me?
Oh.
I hope so. They're seeing a lot.
I hear like a ghost at night and it's like my dad. I'm like, fuck, I was about to masturbate.
I think anyone that's passed away is the reason I am alive,
Mhm.
protected in crazy situations.
Yeah, you're crazy.
So crazy.
Like you're so calm and chill right now. I want people to see the inner.
You just gotta find
Chaos.
a layer and peel it back.
Do we need to take a shot?
I used to be a.
Yeah, do you need alcohol?
I used to like. I have a little wine right here. Hold on. I'll
Chug that.
I'll do something.
Yeah, this isn't enough.
We'll do
Chug it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna rip Casamigos.
We're going to do cocaine.
All right, let's get into it, man.
There we go.
Wait, let me see what I have.
Do we need more?
Oh,
Did
right.
I ever drink the rosé that's in the fridge, or did I just shove it in the back? Hold on.
I don't know.
Bear is asleep. Look
Okay.
at this gorgeous boy.
Look at this lump.
What I love about Farquaad the most is he's so floppy. He's super flop.
Oh, you
Oh,
got
shit.
tequila too?
What the fuck?
Holy
I
moly.
definitely don't need this.
Yeah, you do.
All of it
Yeah.
at once?
Yeah.
I'm gonna projectile
Or I can
vomit.
finish some
Just
of it.
kidding. No, it's whatever. We're doing it, people. We're doing it.
We're doing it and doing
And this
it.
when it
and
and
doing
this is when
Wow.
it happens.
Oh.
That's for you,
I smell that from her. Oh,
you and
you're
these
killing it
wire
today, though. No, but
thingies.
they're not tipping.
No, I know it's impressive.
What?
I'm impressed.
You put it right on the edge of the wire. And I was like, how does she keep doing that?
Have you noticed that everything's been like a tad off that I've been doing?
But you're
it's
doing
not-
it. You're doing it good.
Yeah, you're doing it good. You're just eccentric.
I'm just weird.
She's just a little special.
I can smell that.
Yeah, it's wafting.
It's wafting.
Bear sitting like you. Well,
Can I soak it up with this old cigar?
Oh, that's what you're
guys,
smelling?
we just smoked some brothers Bob.
I'm like, do I need to smoke more? I just gave you a shot, a seltzer, and a glass of
Get drunk, bitch.
Oh,
Cheers.
wait. Hold on.
Oh.
It's dangerous, especially for me.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Where's your fucking cheers?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have one.
That's
Can you cheers your,
absolutely illegal. No, what the fuck?
No, can you cheers your White Claw?
Excuse me.
Oh, God, Jamie.
Cheers.
You better fucking hit my
Banco.
Casamigos.
Okay,
bottle.
sorry.
Oh.
Fuck me.
That was rancid. When we had the Can I Vibe with Y'all podcast, they brought over Bumbu. It's a rum, but it's really good.
Bamboo?
Bumbu.
Boo?
Bumbu.
Who's it from? Where?
That's the brand.
Bumbu?
Bumbu.
To Brazilian bum cream?
I use that.
Have you used that?
Of course.
Does it work?
It smells amazing. That's all I care about. It's top tier smells. Love it.
Oh, God.
She feels it.
It's still going down slowly.
Yeah.
It's like I feel heat
It's like heartburn.
backwards.
I feel like I give off like pheromones that are like, don't talk to me, don't look at me. I am
RBF.
a spinster at
I
24.
think it's just an energy. I think people can sense when you're desperate. I think people can sense when you're like completely closed off.
That's me.
Like I was hooking up with someone and I was like, why didn't you try soon? Or he brought up why he didn't try sooner. And he literally was like, because I knew at that moment that I'd have to like come like correct. Like I knew I couldn't like disrespect you or hurt you. Like your energy said that. But before that wasn't the case. Men were like, you easily disrespectable.
Oh, been there.
You know what I mean? They're like, easy target. I can manipulate you.
This will be a good one.
You know?
Yeah.
I think I'm so closed off that I give off those vibes. But even when like I like somebody, I give off the vibes that I don't like them. So you don't know that I like you unless I explicitly say it. I've gotten that comment a lot.
Same.
And I feel like I'm so obvious when I like somebody, but apparently not.
It's
Apparently
just in your
very
head.
hidden.
You're in your head. You're like, I would take your clothes off and eat your ass. And then like to their face, you're like,
yeah. On the outside, I'm like, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. And that's
that-
something I have to work on.
go fuck yourself, you piece of shit, really means I want to fuck the shit out of you. Please choke me.
Yeah.
The girls that get it, get it.
And the ones that don't
Don't.
get choked out.
There you go.
So what are ways you guys have shown that you like someone? Apparently I have to figure out my tactics.
I think teasing. I think the saying "go fuck yourself" is my way of saying I love you. Like as I got closer with
That's
you,
me.
I started roasting you more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel comfortable, and so I'm always like "fuck you, you stupid fuck," like to my brother and sister, and that just means
I love you.
you little shit. I love you. And if I'm just talking to you normal and very like PC and calm, it typically means like I'm not comfortable enough to just say it.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
But also, I definitely think in my head, I'm like, I like you. And I'm like, they should know. I'm telepathically sending them the message.
I'm sending them vibes with my eyeballs.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I'm at a point where I'm like, if I respond to you, you should know that I like you because I don't respond to anybody. But how are they supposed to know? They're getting dry little baby responses. And I'm like,
You're like, I'm still responding.
That's it. You should. That's a lot more than I usually do. So
This is all I got.
that's at me currently. But it's hard to like people.
I'm mentally ill.
Ooh, I have depression.
Okay, so how do you tell someone you like them?
I've always been drunk, and I'm just like, blah, 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 blah.
That's so true. I'm always like, let's drink a whole bottle of wine and confess our feelings for each other.
Let's make it up.
I've always been a very forward person. Like once I start to feel alike, I'm like, what are we doing here? Because it's more for me. Just kidding. I'm not that forward.
Are you that serious? You're like, hey, you're just so calm. You're like, I like you. What are we doing?
No.
Oh my God.
That would terrify me.
I'm sweating.
I know. That gave me anxiety.
No, I actually do. I feel like as soon as I start to question, I don't think about things much. I kind of just
get high instead. Yeah.
No, I'm compulsive. I'm like, if I think this, I'm going to ask. So.
Do you talk or do you do?
What do you mean, talk or do?
Like, are you like, oh, I like you, or are you like, blah, 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 and kiss them?
Oh, no, I don't kiss. Just kidding. I like talking. I'm very much of a talker. I like to talk about things. Like, let's talk it out.
What are you digging?
Digging, trying to get deep.
Oh,
so
trying to get deep.
Yeah.
Deep in that dick.
Wait.
Never. No, that doesn't work.
Deep on it.
Yeah.
Deep on it.
Deep on that dick, boy.
There you go.
I still don't know if that works.
When's the last time you had deep dick sex? Like deep dish pizza. I need that deep dick pizza.
I wish. Are you talking to me? I wish I could say recently. No, I'm actually glad that I can't.
How long's it been?
A long enough time to
Where
not
is
even
your
be
energy,
able to.
Victoria?
Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm like, how long has it been? I have no concept of time anymore.
If you're somebody who uses the fucking fonts that are like cursive or fucking stupid on Instagram, just know I hate you. And I want you to die. Genuinely die.
How do you even
like these?
How do you get those?
Go kill yourself.
How do you get
You're done.
Oh.
Just fucking type like a normal human being.
I can't even read that.
I know. It brings me back to 2012 when everybody would capitalize every word of every sentence. I hate that too.
Just seems like too
I
much
hate
work.
when people use Comic Sans.
Me too.
Comic Sans is the poor version
Like
of a text.
Crayola?
It's Crayola.
It
You're
is
a
Crayola.
kindergartner. Stop using it. You look stupid. You know what also bothers me?
You're embarrassing me.
It bothers me when people's marketing sucks and they use old fonts and it's like terrible. And I'm like, this looks like it was done on a 1994 computer. When I came out the womb, I could have done a better poster than you.
Someone that's 60 is like doing it.
No, these are young people.
I know who you're talking about.
Who do you think I'm talking about? We can blank it. I love her, and her marketing is so bad.
Oh,
and
it's so bad.
The posters are so
It's
bad,
so
and I'm
bad.
like, you could be so much more if you didn't use ancient marketing. It literally
drives you crazy.
grinds my gears. It makes me. It feels like nails on a chalkboard, and I'm looking at your poster, and I'm like, I hate you.
I'm gonna message him and tell him he needs to change this.
We have a lot of opinions on here. Oh.
What's your pet peeve?
Oh, loud chewing.
Me too.
But like, it's in my birth chart.
Have I
Literally.
chewed loud around you?
Not that I've noticed. I feel like-
Then you were distracted because I'm a loud chewer.
I mean, I feel like everybody chews loud at some
too.
point in
I do.
life. But it's something that like innately just... Oh no, it's literally in my human design. That's what it's called.
I know.
in
Anytime
human
we're with
design.
Victoria, she's like whipping out like what our charts are, and I'm like fascinated because I'm always stoned, and I'm like, yeah, tell me, psychoanalyze me. Everyone loves being psychoanalyzed, and if
Everyone does.
If you don't, it's because you're not self-aware and you're not willing to look at your faults.
I love being psychoanalyzed. I like the Vedic astrology chart.
Yeah,
For
isn't that
me.
good? Oh, you
Very
looked at yours?
accurate.
You looked at yours?
Mm-hmm.
What are your big three?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
I forgot mine for a long
Let me
time.
put
but
that in the corner
I
over
kept
there.
Looking at it.
You got it?
I can't see.
I did have questions for you.
Questions.
Okay. What motto do you live by?
Motto? Oh, gosh. Feel it out. Feel it out, man.
Feel it out, dude.
That's such a stoner thing to do.
I like based off my feelings. Like not like emotions, but like, does this feel good to me?
Go by your gut.
Go by your gut.
You don't know who your audience, who are you talking to? I never know. So I say feel it out. That's the easiest thing.
Oh, we talk about spiritual shit on here all the time.
Okay, cool.
Anything that we have talked about in person, you and I as friends, is like what we've talked about on here.
Perfect. Intuition, yeah.
Yeah.
And also like fun too. Like I follow certain joy, fun, those things.
I feel that.
I'm a feeler.
What's your life motto?
It gets better.
It gets, does it?
It always does.
I don't think so.
It always does.
I think it's up and downs.
Yeah, but it always gets better.
You're right.
It may go down, but it always gets better.
No,
It's
you're
like
right.
the
And
stock market.
You got to focus on.
Sometimes it goes low. That's when you buy in. That's when you have faith. That's when you believe in yourself. And then it gets better.
It gets better.
Then it goes back down. C'est la vie.
Say la
Yeah.
What's yours?
And that's when you realize why suicide never ends. Because the moment you're low again, you're like, why?
Done.
I'm ready to take a long nap.
Why be alive when you could just not exist?
I'm not suicidal, and if I die, the government is after me and I have enemies, I swear to God. I would never kill myself. I think about it all the time, but I would never do it. I
wish
think
I
I'm
could
just
say the
going to
same.
start doing that
That's
and being
good.
like, the
That's good.
government's under me.
No, it's good. It's good.
But then are you manifesting that the government's after you?
The government is not after me.
Oh shit! He
And
got
I'm-
taken down.
What?
What?
Oh, no.
She's the government.
Ah!
I would never. Be
We
the
have hung
government.
out with someone and they're like, yeah, I was in the CIA. And I'm like,
They just said that casually.
casually.
Yep.
That's
very
not
casually.
a casual thing to say.
And
No.
and they were in our house and I was like,
And then we grilled him for like an hour. What's your
I'm a
motto?
bad little kitty. My motto, do it for the plot.
Do it for the plot.
I deadass think that we are in a video game. It is a one-player game. Like at
One?
the end of the day, it's a one-player game, and you can make if you operate that way, you can still like do good things out of love. You know what I mean? Like that's part of like your mission. But
Yeah.
it's a one-player game, so you dress your avatar however the fuck you want. You be whoever the fuck you want to be. And sometimes you go off on little side quests,
Oh,
and because that shit's fun.
explore.
Yeah. I'm like, I could be, PC, corporate, good girl, whatever, and I have to take a side quest where 3 dudes take me at once.
Oh.
It hasn't happened yet, but one day maybe there'll be a side quest.
I'm praying.
And then I'll look at the situation and I'll be like, damn, do it for the plot, Jamie.
Do it for the plot.
And then I don't feel shame or guilt because I'm like, what a great story I could tell on a podcast that would make me money.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah, it always works out.
It always works out. It always gets better.
So
It always gets better.
feel it out. Do it for the plot. I forgot.
It always gets better.
It always gets better.
Those are great. Those are great things to live by.
It always gets better. You got to end on that one.
It always gets better.
And then
All right.
we die.
I still have a habit of looking over there.
I know. I keep watching you. Okay. Have you ever practiced kissing with your friends?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? We had slumber parties where we would line up in a row and test kissing.
Oh, like French kissing?
No, it was just, okay, so these parties evolved as the friend group grew older. But it started with just like the peck round, one sleepover, everybody lined up, we all pecked each other. And I don't know, we had definitely had our eyes closed or blindfolds. Something
Whoa.
anonymous. It was
Kinky.
anonymous because we wanted to know the truth and there be no bias of who was the best kisser. I won.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like
You must have been traumatized
7 girls
as a
No.
kid.
No, I wasn't. Was I? I mean,
She's blocked it out.
No, I black everything out. That's traumatizing. I'm like,
Exactly.
I don't remember anything. But yeah, that I feel like there was also another slumber party where we like all had partners and would like make out with each other on top of each other and flip over and like test out.
I never
test
had
dummies.
girlfriends like this.
I never had friends.
I had it was, you know, you play sports.
I played sports. I did theater. The theater kids were freaky. Look at
yeah,
Emily.
we were.
You gotta go to the cheerleading team.
See, my thing was I always had close girlfriends, and we'd like hold hands and like cuddle and like be very like touchy. And I was feeling a whole lots of things. And I just viewed it as like love and friendship, but I was like,
that's so interesting.
that's how I realized I was gay looking back at it.
So I had a friend that everybody thought we were, well, I think everybody in her family, like to the point where her mom would like come in the room and be like, if we, sorry.
Like, no, you're good.
No.
Yeah, I scared
You just scared me for a second, sorry.
They would yell at us if we were like alone and they're like, oh, you can't take showers to get that tight, like really and I never felt anything, but we were weird. Like we'd give each other naked massages and like just be naked all the time. Like it was
That's
just
beautiful.
It was normal.
That
but
is beautiful.
We had great friendship. I loved, yeah.
You
And
loved her.
I love her still. But
Aw.
Are you still friends?
yeah, of course.
Are you gay for her?
No.
Do you still do naked massages?
No, she has a baby and a husband. So,
Oh.
well,
So yes.
they're not married yet, but they're engaged. But yeah, if she wanted one, I'd do it. Nothing weird ever, but yeah, good times. Just kidding.
You're gonna think about that tonight.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I just feel like I liked girls and I felt like they played with my emotions. I'm like, there's no way you don't like me too. But you just don't. Neither of us know that we are into the same sex right now. We think it's weird and we don't understand it, so we push it away. Or they manipulated me because I was an easy target and I didn't realize I had autism.
Oh, I was definitely an easy target. Didn't realize
Me
that.
too.
Yeah. Okay, what's the stupidest thing that you've done to impress someone you like?
Oh my God. I feel like everything that I've done to impress someone is very stupid.
Take your time. We're not on the clock or anything.
Okay, good.
I'm just kidding.
Good. No, I need a second.
Yeah. What's the stupidest thing you've done to impress someone you like, or like, I don't know.
Oh my God, this is weird. This is really weird, and it just came to my mind. I was in like, what was I in like I had to be in 7th grade. I told someone that I got signed it to Playboy.
In 7th grade?
I was a child, but I was like, this is gonna make him love me. This is it for him.
Did it work?
No.
God damn it.
No. Oh, but he believed me for a little bit. I think I just like the more
How did you learn about Playboy at that age?
Are you kidding me?
Did your
What?
brothers?
7th grade? How old was I in 7th grade?
Oh, I thought you were saying you were 7. I was
No.
like, that's fucked.
7th grade.
7th
Seventh
grade.
grade.
You're like 12.
Yeah, I'm young still.
That's so young. Okay,
No,
but everyone
7th grade? 12?
No.
Like 15.
I
16.
15 in 7th grade?
No, you were 12.
Oh shit.
What? No, I remember
yeah,
being in
that's
5th grade or 4th grade, and I was visiting my dad's workshop for his masonry company, and it was like him and my papa's place, and my papa had a stack of old Playboy magazines, like literally 100 magazines. He had Marilyn Monroe, like crazy. I wish I got
How
that.
much are those
Collection.
worth?
That's a
Dude, I know. I
collection.
wish that those were kept and I got to keep those now as an
Even as
adult.
decoration?
And I remember being like little and like looking through. My dad's like, "What you looking at?" And I'm like, "What are these?" And it's full bush. And he's like, "These are your papa's magazines. Don't worry about it." And I was like, and I remember thinking as like a kid being like, wow, they're just like perverts at work looking at naked bushes of women while they have wives at home.
Sometimes you need a bush to motivate you.
Really? Yeah. And I just think it was like, ugh. But I wish I had those magazines. So I guess I was before middle school when I found those. So I knew of Playboy.
Yeah, I don't even remember how I learned about Playboy.
Playboy was so idolized when we were kids.
Oh my God, yeah.
And younger generations.
I was like, this is the winning ticket.
And I feel like they were sex workers, basically.
They were.
And men
100%.
idolized them. They would easily date a high value man.
Yeah.
Would easily date a Playboy model. And now that's essentially what an Instagram bikini model is on OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
It's Playboy. But they make the money instead of some rich old dude who's a creep.
Yep.
And men are like, no. Well, why was it cool with Playboy only?
I think it was because it was not so saturated.
It was because it was controlled by a man.
It was just...
And it's not a woman getting that control.
You know what? Fuck control. Women don't deserve rights. And let's go back to where I didn't have to work.
I
Because I'm
agree.
tired of this shit.
just want to be a baby.
Yeah.
Honestly, take away our voting rights too while we're at it.
Is democracy even real with the Electoral College? And corruption? No.
You know, a woman's most lucky.
Molecular.
Mitochondria.
Is a powerhouse of the cell.
I did a presentation on the mitochondria.
Really?
Couldn't tell you a damn thing about it. Powerhouse. Definitely.
Powerhouse.
That's what I know.
It's got squiggly lines.
I also know
inside.
every time I try to say I'm a hypochondriac.
You think of a mitochondria?
For like every time we're in the podcast, I'm like, I would say I'm a mitochondria.
I'm a mitochondria.
I like it. I like it.
I'd be like, I mean a hypochondriac.
Mitochondria. At the end of the day, we all are.
Yeah.
If
Honestly,
you really think
we're
about
one
it.
giant mitochondria.
Yeah. We're all the powerhouses of our own cell.
I wouldn't want
Wow.
anything else.
Deep.
Fuck you.
Brother.
Drum roll.
Drop them out. Let me see them titties.
Oh, it's time.
Oh, that was good.
She goes, it's time.
Oh, wait. I never got to fucking tell I
Oh.
have a good one. I got a good something.
Tell me.
You already said I'm crazy, and I am, but a past version of me is crazy. I was very crazy. So in college,
it's past.
In college, I'm now a good driver. Just want to put that out there. Like I have a discount on my insurance. So,
Wow.
but I used to be considered a reckless driver. So we've come a long way. But because one time, actually, I got into a lot. I got a couple different things. But this one specific time, I went to a bar and...
Not a bar.
It was... What was it? It was a restaurant. You're right. It wasn't even a bar. I sat at the bar.
What restaurant? Chili's?
It was called, I don't know, but it was on a strip in downtown New Haven. So
Chili's.
It wasn't Chili's. It was better. Sorry. But
New
it was
Haven?
Like, yeah.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
I forget you're from Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you think you were from Jersey?
I thought she was from Jersey too.
Really?
It's because she has the accent. You do like the Jersey, like, you know how Danza did it?
Don't do that.
Sorry.
Perk?
It's not like Connecticut's
Perk
better
or
than New
you-
Jersey. Let's be real.
Connecticut's terrible. I don't associate with anything. That's why I have so many different accents.
I'm just an asshole because I'm like Boston superior to every city in the fucking
Connecticut
world.
and Delaware are just
Boston.
not
Boston's
it.
good.
No.
Connecticut and Delaware. Connecticut, I'm sorry, but I never really liked it.
It's just a highway. It's just something
there's
you
so
go
many
through.
green pastures and there's hikes.
There's cows.
It's just
and
I don't
lakes.
like there's cows
And
there's
drugs.
horses. Definitely.
Nice.
Well, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Cheers
to that.
I was at a bar.
Oh, wait.
Okay, yeah, back to the story. And you were telling it so good.
Just kidding. It was
No,
a
do
restaurant.
it.
We established that. Okay, sorry. And I didn't eat enough. That's the end of the story.
Oh.
I blacked out after all I remembered was 2 drinks. Woke up with a brace on my neck in the insane asylum. And
No.
I kid you not. Insane asylum? What's that? The 6th floor? Just kidding. I don't know. I don't remember
Is it at a hospital?
I woke up at 4:20 in the morning, and you know
Nice.
the only thing on my mind
Was weed.
Yeah, but I was confused because I was in a neck brace. I was like, the last thing I remember, I went to go meet a girl out because, and you know what? I was guilted into it to think about it. Just kidding. I always think about this because I'm like, if it wasn't for that Kat Von D eyeliner, she said she just put her Kat Von D eyeliner as I was about to skimp out of it. What's that called? When you skimp away? Skate?
Ghost?
No.
Ditch?
She's so sketchy. No. That bong.
Steal it?
She's
That bong
flaky. Flake. I was going to flake.
Oh.
Sorry.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm high.
I went the wrong way.
I was so confused for a sec.
Sorry. She is sketchy. No, I was going to flake, but she said Kat Von D eyeliner. Got to respect the makeup. So I met her there.
How old are you?
I was in college.
Over 21?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, this story gets crazy.
I mean, it already ended in the insane asylum.
Oh, no. There's so many loopholes to this one. All right, so I hope nobody's watching. That's what I always think, but it's just fine because I'm free now. I'm a free woman. Piecing back the story. So I wake up, neck brace. It's 4:20 in the morning, and my phone's dead. I'm in a hospital gown. I see my clothes next to me, but they're cut. They're cut in half. They're all cut. They cut me open, naked, body, naked. I was naked on probably the streets. I don't.
Did you die?
I don't even know why I had a neck brace on.
Did you crash?
I crashed so hard, my windshield broke, my back taillights came out, and I took down a telephone pole. I had to pay the city for a telephone pole.
How much was that?
$9,000.
Holy shit.
Yes, but
You were like, that Kat Von D eyeliner worth it all, baby. Did you get pussy at least?
I know it was like a work friend. It was just like
Damn.
she was a great
Work friend, but the eyeliner.
cool. Yeah, no, we were just trying to, have a chill night.
A chill little night.
Okay, wait. This story has so many great loopholes. Okay, back to it. So when I woke up, the last thing I remembered was like I was texting my now ex, but at the time boyfriend, and I was like supposed to be on the way to him. So I was like, oh shit. And my phone had died, and it was just around the time where we stopped remembering people's numbers. Like we used to remember everyone's number. So I'm like, phone's dead, in the hospital. At that, the insane asylum. What is this called?
Mental hospital?
The psychiatric level.
We keep burping.
I'm still trying to figure out why I ended
psych
up there.
ward.
Why did I end up there? And there's
Because you were a minor.
No, it gets deeper. There's this grandmother that I don't know, I call old people grandmas. I don't know, she might, whatever. She keeps walking out. Someone has to redirect her. The person that I can see that's straight across from me is literally, they are holding onto their bed. They're throwing themselves up and then slamming themselves back and up, back, up. So I'm like, and then the person next to me is telling the nurse how he overdosed and wanted to end it. He's done. Like he's just so, and I'm like, I need to get out of here. I miraculously remember my ex's number. It was literally grace of God. Called him and he was like, oh my God, I've been looking for you all night. So I don't know how I get home. Oh, he picks me up and he tells me.
They just let you out?
I had to count backwards. And I kept trying to explain. I'm like, I don't need. Oh, and the girl told me, she's like, oh, you hit a fire hydrant. And I had a Jeep and I would drive over like
A fire hydrant easily.
Yeah, for fun. So I was like, it's fine. And like, I wasn't a neck brace, but I wasn't hurt at all. So I literally had not one scratch on my body. This comes full circle at the end too. Can't wait to get there.
Were you still drunk at this point?
I was so confused. Also,
You're okay, Lola.
yeah, I've never been this I've never had something so catastrophic happen and not be able to recall anything. So I was like, what? Like I was just trying to piece things together. So from his side, he was like, you were texting me completely normal. You said I'm on my way, and then you just stopped answering. And he had like an Uber driver like invested. He was like, he was driving me all over. He was looking for me. He said he gave up literally right like at 2 a.m. Like he was like, gave up.
That's something about young love that like guys were so much better in high school and college, like of like making sure someone was all right. I feel like if you had a boyfriend now, they'd be like, I just didn't hear from you.
Yeah, it's fine.
I thought you were fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, no, he went hard that night. And even like the next day he had to let the Uber driver know that he found me because he was genuinely concerned. But
Good man.
it was crazy for that to happen. Like, you don't know if you're talking to someone normal and they just disappear and that's not like them. We were dating for like, I don't know, probably 4 years. So
That's scary.
yeah. But I called him like right after once he like decided to quit. And I'm sure it's hard to decide, like, let me stop looking. But
Been there.
yeah.
I've been looking for somebody and been like, I walked the streets. I drove around.
Did all I can do.
I've thrown shit at your window to see if you're
just
alive.
aimless at that point in time.
Like, and you're just like, at one point you have to be like, they made a decision or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's a hard thing to do, but you got to do it for you. Anyways, so I go to get my car and there's literally wood chips it's destroyed, tires gone. I see all the destruction in the windshield.
Oh, they didn't even tow your car? They just left it?
No, they towed it to it was at like a place. I had to like go see it at the wreck, whatever.
Yeah.
What was it called? Like a
tow place?
auto body shop, something like that. It was there the next day. So I go look at the damage. And mind you, I'm expecting to see my car that had ran over a fire hydrant, not took down a telephone pole. So when I saw that, I was just like, oh, whoa, I can't believe I'm not hurt. And when I go to open the door, a pendant from a necklace that my grandmother that passed away flew out. That necklace was always in my room, and it wasn't even attached. It was just the pendant. It was popped out. I didn't take anything. I was like, got like a few things, and I was just like, I need to go.
That's
Like,
beautiful.
I have to count my blessings because, and then this is where things, so I was in the insane asylum because, so I was really good at lying when I was younger and in college and hadn't rubbed off yet. I don't lie anymore because I know karma is real. But at this time,
it is.
At this time, this was before my like awakening, and I thought like things happened to me. So I was like, gotta get out of trouble any way I can. And I was literally hardwired to just lie, like great lies.
Mm-hmm.
I was blackout drunk. And when I got, my stepdad's in the police, whatever. So he heard this story from the police officer. That's how I even found this story out. That when I crashed, I told the officer I was trying to kill myself. So he felt bad for me and was like, I'm going to send her to but that was me trying to get out.
He didn't know you.
DUI.
A DUI, a ticket, obstruction of property. Like that was the end of my life.
He didn't know you were drunk?
I was blackout. You could not know I was drunk. I went to the hospital. Oh, they cut my clothes off because of intoxication or whatever. That's why I was naked.
That makes no sense. She's drunk. Let's get her naked. That sounds like a fucking lawsuit.
I would probably, I guess I don't know the full story, but I would assume.
If they put you in a mental hospital, they have to remove like everything that has laces, anything that you could harm yourself with.
Cut my clothes.
Damn.
Well, if you were drunk and not cooperating.
Yeah, no, I probably just passed out.
Because I had to remove everything when I went to the mental hospital.
I think I probably was crying so hard that I.
And they also have to see you naked to verify you don't have anything hidden.
Damn. Disrespectful.
They didn't even ask for my consent.
That's crazy, though, the grandmother's pendant. My Nana gave me a necklace. So my Nana wore a necklace for, like the whole time I've known her, since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And it was this gold pendant. And it was, like, an Aquarius symbol, because she's also an Aquarius. Mm-hmm. It had the gemstone. It had the constellations. And it had, like, something. And everyone knew that was my Nana's necklace. Mm-hmm. And my Nana I was the Aquarius baby, and I was my Nana's favorite. And so the week she was, like, dying and in hospice, she looked at me and was like, this is yours, and I need you to take it. And gave me the necklace. And I wore it, and I kept it, and I had my room. And then one day, my mom and my sister moved my room from, like, one room downstairs. Mm-hmm. Never saw the necklace again. And I was like, damn, that was, like, my thing.
Yeah.
I swear to God, my mom took it out of, like, angry jealousy or something. Like, there's no way she doesn't have it, because everyone was upset that I got it. And I was like, that was, like, my thing, that connection to my Nana. I've had to, like, rebuild that without the necklace, I think. Mm-hmm. But Those things hold so much power.
They do.
Mhm.
Like
No,
she
they
wore
do.
that every
There's
day.
Energy. There's energy in there.
Yeah.
I got my grandfather's.
I hope I get it back. All right. Other questions.
I think those things do come back around.
They totally do. Okay, have you ever sent a text message to somebody that you were bitching about to them by accident?
Oh, I feel like I've definitely sent a screenshot of someone's text to them.
That's my nightmare.
I've done that.
That's my actual nightmare.
You haven't ever done that?
No. One time I was in high school and there was this boy I was friends with. His mom was a dentist and she was my dentist and she loved me. And so she knew my family was crazy and was like, I'll drive you to school every day because I always took the bus. And so I would drive with him and her to school every day. And I remember, like, I had a thing with him kind of, but then he started talking to my friends and he started getting weird with me because I, like, wouldn't kiss him and stuff. And I think he was being a dick or something. I don't remember. But I remember talking shit about him and sending a text message to somebody and being like, I'm in the fucking car with this dude and blah, 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 blah. I sent it to him while he was in the front seat of the car with his mother driving us to school. And he turns around and he goes, what the fuck, Jamie? And I was like, what? And I looked down and I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
And then his mom was like, what? And we were like, nothing. And then he was just angry and we did not get along. I think I stopped driving to school with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you in my car either.
But it was him being a dick. Like, I was like, I was so prude. Like, for me to even kiss you was a huge deal. So, like, he was older and he was, like, coming on to me. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I was just nervous. Yeah, no, you know?
Definitely. It is nervous.
And, like, he wasn't weird or, like, creepy or anything like that. Oh. He was, like, nice and we definitely had chemistry. But,
it's hard.
But it was hard when I was younger and whatever.
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, he went in to kiss me one time and I rejected him. Like, I was so notoriously known for someone going in to kiss me and me about to kiss them. And I go, what are you going to move? What are you going to move? Nope. Oh, yeah. There was this guy that I was in love with in my grade. And we would... Oh, this was two things. Yeah. So we were at one of the guys' like birthdays and his sister was in the grade older than us. And so there was like maybe 12 of us or something. And for his birthday party in like middle school, we were playing Truth or Dare.
Oh, yeah.
And the sister hated me. So someone dared me to like kiss her brother whose birthday it was. And she was so mad. And so I kissed him. And then someone else got like a dare. And they were like, I dare so-and-so to go kiss Jamie. And he went in front of me and he sat in front of me and he like went in to go kiss me in front of everyone and all the older girls. And I was about to do it. And then something was like, I can't. And I just turned my face and rejected him in front of everyone.
That's gotta hurt.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
it was brutal.
That's a tough one. It's a low blow.
Yeah, I think I ended up like sucking his dick like 10 years later.
So he won.
So he won. Yeah. Yeah.
He made up for it.
Yeah, there was still definitely like the energy there.
He was like face fucking you, like, take you little bitch, you wouldn't kiss me.
I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think like we made out.
Wake up.
I'm sorry. I'm awake. I'm so awake.
No, I've been yawning for the past like 20 minutes.
Oh, you're talking to yourself. Yeah, it's short.
Did you ever bully people?
I unfortunately, like retrospect, I unfortunately did. But okay, back. Here's
asshole.
I did too.
Here's the truth. I didn't realize that, like, okay, I had a very different upbringing. Not even upbringing, but like the kid I was very different than a lot of kids. Me and my friends, no, specifically 2 friends, would just embarrass the shit out of ourselves, like, to each other, to a point where, like, boys wouldn't publicly talk to me. I was the secret, like...
Your friends?
No, like guys would be like, don't tell anyone we're hooking up or talking.
I was always a secret. Nobody knew.
That's fucked up.
I was embarrassing, like, but I had the best time, greatest memories, but it was so embarrassing.
But that's us now. And people love us for it.
I wouldn't have had it. I wouldn't have wanted to be brought up any other way.
Right?
Like it changed because people are like, they get embarrassed. It takes a lot to embarrass me because I embarrass myself on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I take pride in embarrassment. I'm like,
yeah.
but
We've done some embarrassing things out together.
But not even just, so we would do things like, there was this girl that sat in front of us in chorus, and she was one of those horse girls. Like,
oh,
enough said.
Wait, did she crawl on all fours or just like horses?
No, she had a lot of horses, was horses. She was, I don't even know why. She ended up being like, when in a small town, we grew up together. So like, I saw everybody's evolution. Like, she ended up being really cool. Like, you could talk to her, but when we were younger, she didn't talk much. And in chorus, like, we were singing like very serious.
Do you doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, a follow right to run. So a needle pulling thread, a note to follow salty, a drink with jam and bread, and that would bring us back to do.
Did you know? This is my favorite one. Who washed Washington's white woolen underwear when Washington's washerwoman went west?
No, I know.
Who washed Washington's white woolen underwear when Washington's washerwoman went west?
Wait, we did the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, enunciate, articulate, exaggerate. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, enunciate, articulate, exaggerate. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, enunciate, articulate, exaggerate. The lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue.
How high can you go? Bullying. So we would...
Bullying, you're like, I was a bully.
We would, like, touch on her back, or, like, the spider crawled up her back, or, like, pull a hair out just to get a reaction. Nothing, ever.
I feel like that's not bullying. I feel like that's just kids being weird, and...
I was very weird. I also... Continue.
No, I was weird too.
I wore a reindeer, like a full-on mascot reindeer for Halloween. When you get to wear, like, everybody dressed up real cute. I was, like, the masked singer. And I ran down the hall and would body slam people into the lockers.
That's so funny.
That's so good.
But, yeah, that was the type of stuff I would do. Yeah, it was all, like, innocent fun, but I understand how, like, that horse girl broke one day. She was like, why do you always? I'm like,
oh, she broke?
Yeah, she got mad.
How'd you break her?
I think we were pulling on her hair. Something, I was like, yeah, no, you know what? That wasn't right. But.
Like wise Emily once said, bullying kids builds character. And, you know,
I was bullied.
I was bullied too. And if I wouldn't get bullied, how would I have this kick-ass personality and this rock-solid confidence?
Dude,
yeah.
You should see your biceps.
Your biceps. See my dick.
I don't have biceps. Just kidding.
I do have a dick.
Your dick is really nice.
Thank you.
Emily took a story the other day, last night. It was just her dildos in the background. She was like, I can't post this.
My dildos.
I thought you took a story of your dildos and posted it. I was like, I missed that one. Unfortunately. Wish I saw.
You're missing out.
Yeah, damn.
You really are. Damn. Maybe you had a crush on that girl.
Which one?
The one you bullied.
Oh, horse
you
girl?
were doing like the teenage, like, pulling the hair.
She was pretty, but everybody there was no one excluded.
Nobody was safe from you.
Nobody was safe. I actually had this thing that was like pretty cool. I would make names.
Is it bullying if nobody is safe? Like, if you're just doing it to everyone, technically you're not picking anyone out.
Is it bullying if you make a nickname for someone and their mom starts calling them that?
No.
I started calling this guy Mushu.
That's a cute name.
He looked like that little dragon.
Oh, from Mulan.
Yeah. Now everything is like culturally
Were you saying it in a racist way? Because then
I didn't think about racism back then.
Was he Asian?
Exactly.
Like, you don't think about those things. He was. But one day called him, and I forget. I was like, is Mushu there? And the mom goes, Mushu!
That's so cute.
That's so cute.
I was like, yeah. But everybody, that one.
See,
really
that's
stuck.
innocent. What would you call yourself if you were a DJ?
Oh, either V Nasty
Ooh, I like that.
or I hate that I like this nickname because of the group of people that gave it to me. But Vicky Bobby.
Kind of like that.
Talladega Nights.
I love
We're gonna
that.
like
Vicky
that.
Bobby. I'm going to call you Vicky Bobby.
Vicky Bobby, yeah.
Vicky
that.
Bobby
I like-
Fresh.
I like that one.
I think
Actually, no hate on the group that gave it to me.
What would
They
your
were a great
DJ
time.
name be?
E-Money.
E-Money?
I see that.
E-Money.
E-Money. I'd be Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. I
And
like
then
that.
my sound through all my like music would go whatever the
Wait, are you trying to be a goat?
well, what's the Chewbacca? What's the
Chewbacca.
Oh, I was way off.
I think he does it from like a Larry the Platypus part in his throat.
Aroo.
No, that's Farky.
Aroo.
Oh, I miss my child.
We were so rudely fucking interrupted by a fucking ad.
That was really creepy.
I don't trust.
It's creepy.
That was weird vibes. I was like, what man is in our house?
Oh my God, one time. My Bluetooth, like I always have music playing, but I was like distracted in the house cleaning. I must have been playing music earlier, but a random playlist came on and it was a sampled song of that. What's that SpongeBob song that's super creepy? Tiptoe through the window. That comes on out of nowhere.
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying.
And I didn't know the song at the time. It was my first time ever hearing.
That's from SpongeBob?
No, it's from Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Oh,
I think it's Mickey Mouse, right? The scary Mickey Mouse murder videos.
I don't know, but at the time it was like a clip on. So I had heard that sound, but I didn't know that sound was sampled into a song. So for that to just come on out of nowhere,
So
I was
creepy.
like. But yeah, it ended up being.
I would
that.
start saging immediately.
Either way, demons.
I'd literally be like, get the fuck out. Sometimes I yell at nothing and I'm like, get out of my house.
think I'm just.
It's weird energy. And I'm like, nah, get the fuck out. You're not accepted.
I was mad. I was like, that really threw me off my kilter. I was like, I was vibing, cleaning, and then I'm like, music off, no vibes.
Do you remember what you were thinking about though?
No, I was so when I get that shook, I can't even think about what was happening prior because fight or flight turns on. I'm like, save myself because someone was trying. I thought I was in like real life movie murder. Hiccup? You.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless your hiccups.
Damn. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I would be the last one to survive and I would figure it out because I'm strong.
No, I would kill myself.
And then I'm literally like, yo, if I was in, strangers where like the family haunts them in a house and they're outside and then they come in and they like murder them and shit and they wear masks. So you just see masks in the woods and shit. That shit, nah. I'd be like, take me.
The way I'm on edge watching those movies, I would pass out. I passed out one time seeing someone's broken legs on TV. I literally passed out.
Yeah, I can't do gore. I can't do anything gory. It freaks me out. Blood, all of it.
Someone told me that I was also working a job that was exhausting. A lot of weird things happened. But someone told me that psychologically, when you see, like he was like, was the view of it just like as if you were looking down at your legs and they were broken? And I was like, yeah, because it was like panned down. The guy was like, POV looking at his legs and it was too sharp. Yeah, he was like, your body probably just assumed that that's what was really like happening.
Holy shit.
And that's why you passed out. Because I out cold. Like I woke up so confused. Also my body, like I couldn't walk after that. Like my knees were buckling. I got so hot I had to take my clothes off.
That's terrifying.
They cut your clothes off again?
I wish I had someone to help me there. It was like when I just moved to Florida and I was alone. So I was like, I don't even have family.
That's why
or friends
we
out
live
here.
together.
Someone was on FaceTime, but I'm like, what are you going to do from where you are?
Nothing.
He was like, that was so scary. I'm like, yeah.
Have you ever like hurt your legs before?
I've hurt a lot of myself, but not broken.
Because even like if you haven't broken something, the PTSD and the trauma of you hurting yourself can manifest when you see somebody else's injury.
I haven't had like anything like bone breaking wise that like I remember. I've had like really painful things happen to me, but all different.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I've never been stung by a bee.
Me either.
Wait,
I stepped on one. I lied. I stepped on one and it stung me.
You failed me.
Sat on one. I got like they get stuck sometimes in your leg.
I've just had bees land on me or be near me and never.
No, you gotta fuck with one on accident. Or actually, one time me and my friend were just playing and one stung her in the ankle. he was hanging out. I tried to get it off with the hose. Wasn't budging.
Damn.
You gotta flick them.
I've also never broken a bone.
I broke
shit.
my thumb doing a cartwheel in wet grass.
Because your nose isn't a bone.
What? Your
Why
nose
is it so hard then?
It's cartilage.
Everything on this thing?
Mm-hmm. There's no bone.
There's no bone?
What do
Then
you
how
sh-
do you
what
break
do-
your nose?
You break the cartilage.
That's stupid.
Ready? Hold on.
Oh shit, because when you're a skeleton, the nose is gone.
True.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
True.
Wow,
I don't like that.
That just made me
You did.
think.
Let me see. Hold on.
No, you're true, because think about the
The
skeleton.
nasal bones are two small oblong bones varying in size, and they're placed
Oblong.
side by side in the middle and the upper part.
Yeah, like this little thing.
They form the bridge. So from here is the bones, and this is all cartilage.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
So when you get hit, that's why this deviates, because it's really just cartilage moving and heals wrong.
Poor Owen Wilson has like a... He's
Almost-
very sideways.
He's hot though.
Called
I
them
just-
penis
I'm
nose
not-
growing up. Penis nose.
Penis nose?
Yeah, I don't
I
know
kind of
why.
see it.
And I'm like, I guess
Whose dick
Penis
with a
nose.
curve did you see?
penis nose. I actually just heard it like it was a passed down.
We just
saying.
started watching Wedding Crashers.
I love. Wait, you've
Such a
never
good-
seen?
No, we've seen
yeah.
it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I want to.
But
like, it
I've
would
not seen a lot of movies, so don't be
Yeah.
startled if
You
I
ha-
haven't seen anything you love.
I haven't seen a lot of movies. I did date someone who was like, we're doing this together, and we did a lot. But all the Jim Carrey movies must see.
Mhm.
Yes, Man.
Never seen them.
Fun with Dick
Oh.
and Jane.
They're good. They're good. Yes, Man was good.
Okay, Step Brothers. We're gonna have a movie night.
The Mask.
The Mask is great too.
That's an OG one.
Fun with Dick and Jane was like hit a place. Oh, Hot Chicks.
No,
Mm,
I seen white chicks.
wait, what?
Hot Chicks was like crucial to my development
Mhm.
as a human being in society.
Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler movies.
Oh
Oh.
my god. Yeah, Jim
Those
Carrey.
Dream
were-
team.
Absolutely.
Have you seen the girl on TikTok that looks like Jim Carrey?
The lesbian.
She looks exactly like Jim Carrey. I'm gonna pull up a video.
She does.
Her mannerisms, everything, and it's crazy.
That's impressive.
Was Jim Carrey alive?
I feel like I'm Jim Carrey.
Yeah, but he's
well,
all like into art and the Matrix.
I want to be Jim Carrey, but I want to
Um,
be. Yeah, he kind of creeps. He like started to creep me out a little bit.
yeah, it was like too overdone for me.
But I think he did like a lot of things that he says. I'm like,
Jim Carrey girl is the first thing. Okay, oh my god.
And I've always wanted to be a comedian since I was a kid. But, like, what else am I going to do? Like, imagine if I was a doctor with this face, just walking in like, bad news. It's cancer. Good luck.
Look at her face.
It is kind of ironic
What the
that I have
fuck?
this face and I've always wanted to be a comedian since I was a kid. But, like, what else am I going to do? Like, imagine if I was a doctor.
Oh,
with this
sorry, I
face,
played again.
that I know, but I'm just. What? What? Not to look like him and.
You look like mommy, baby.
Oh, she's blowing up on TikTok. I'm like, that's very useful.
What's her at?
Heather Shaw.
Heather Shaw. Oh, you just took the shot, bitch. We cheers 10 minutes ago.
Have you had any like crazy paranormal shit happen to you?
Oh, I lived in a haunted house
Ooh, spooky.
for 3 years. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was like, it's so crazy because you think that you're not built for some things, and then you're in the thick of it, and you're kind of just like, I don't know. Like, I look back and I'm like, I was really unfazed But I also look back and I'm like, holy fucking shit.
Like, that was terrifying.
That was fucking, it was out of my worst nightmares, some shit that would happen to me. Like it 100% was like, looking back, I'm like demonically possessed. It was either like a murder household or something. The place was built in the 1820s, but it was redone so many times where it was like, honestly, it looked like it could have been valued for $1 million or plus if it wasn't where it was. It was on like a main street in New Haven. Also, it was haunted as.
What kind of stuff would happen?
So it started with like just like feeling someone looking at you, but then it like progressed to like actually things moving. Like I had this whiteboard that I had like hooked onto the wall, and one day like I was laughing with a bunch of friends and I heard it fall off, and I like expecting a pin to be out of the wall. The pins were both there, so it was like lifted off, and so I was like, that was and my dad had it was his place. He let me stay there for free and then would rent like the bigger part out of it. So at Easter, I was like, have you ever felt anything weird about the house? And I even had like a drug dealer one time, like my weed guy came up and he's like, I sense some weird energy here. Like, and I was like, normally I would think that's weird, but I feel weird things too. And he's like, yeah, I'm just good with energy. I'm like,
I don't trust people who say that, but I say that.
It's so funny because I was like, I don't trust you at all, but something deeper in me, like I feel it. So I trust. So anyways, asked my dad and he's like, oh, yeah, he found out.
So your dad knew the house was haunted?
Absolutely. He was like, just immediately told me a story about how he was like one time sleeping and woke up to like a black shadow above him. And my dad's not a religious guy, so he said like a prayer, and then the thing started swirling like and he said he had felt like a warm, comforting hand. I'm like, how did you not know that the hand wasn't bad? Because I would have been like,
you can tell the energy.
And I know.
And
that
he let
now.
you live there?
Yeah. No, okay. So besides like the actual ghost shit that would happen, when he said he saw the hand thing swirling, and then he just like slept.
That's where I'd be like, I'm ending it.
Yeah, no.
It's over for me.
It's done.
Take
You're
me.
done.
That's why you don't freak out when you're like, I'm surprisingly calm, because at that point you're like, I'm fucked. There's a demon, and what else am I gonna do? At that point you just gotta like grow some balls and be like, bro, take me.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's an easy target.
We're done. I give up. So he then told me about how like, because he was redoing the house when he bought it. He was like flipping it, and when there was construction on it, the person that was working there there was a spiral staircase he was building. It wasn't installed yet, and he was there drinking with a girl. She fell off the second floor and became a vegetable. And he's just like, telling me this over dinner. I'm like,
wait, who lived in the house before you?
This is while he was building the house. The architect that he was like doing he went there when he wasn't supposed to. He was working, and so she fell off and became a vegetable. She literally landed on her neck. Yeah. And while my grandfather was there one day, he fell down the whole flight of stairs and broke his collarbone. So like weird shit was happening
as they were building it. So did they build it on like a cemetery or important burial grounds?
So when you go down into the basement, it's like the first part of the basement, it's sketchy. All the piping, as I was living there, like pipe burst twice. It was a nightmare. I had a plumber, guy come.
Going into the basement as a kid was always scary. Anyone's basement.
When you go in there, all it was pipes. There's like a big pipe coming here. Then there was like, the guy he's like, he's like, this is a maze, and not like it all needs to be redone. Like everything needs to be taken out. It was a huge, anyways. So it was just a mess. But there was a second, like the stairs, second layer of the basement that was even deeper, and it was like looked like what would have been a wine cellar. You just get weird, and it was all dirt floor.
Oof.
And
fuck no.
That's the area that I'd thrown a party, and when I was cleaning up, I almost like had everything clean. I was just going down to get one more thing. In the middle of the floor, after a party, like I had hundreds of people like partying on dirt floor. There was a work permit from 1976. I'll never forget it. And it was of a Dominican woman, and it was crazy because it was the same woman that like when I was cleaning before, I found like her hospital work tag, but this was like a work permit, and the weirdest thing about it was like it's like as if you took it out of a folder. Like that's how it was on a dirt floor and it wasn't dirty. Also, it was in the middle of the room, middle of the floor when I just cleaned the whole room. So I was like, this was put here.
Was she letting you know who she
letting me
was?
know, yeah. And it drive me crazy because I was like, she wants me to solve this for her.
Yeah.
Anyway, Miss Victoria.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the least attractive thing a man can say to you?
Oh, God.
Hello.
Least attractive thing. There's a lot of things that I feel like I became a person.
Get a
where it's
little
like,
closer to the mic or shift it closer
yep,
to you.
I feel like. Hello. You got a defective mic. Oh shit! We got to tighten this little bugger. I feel like I've gotten to a place where like the smallest thing can give me the ick, but my biggest thing is unwillingness to be open-minded. Like if somebody has a differing opinion, at least don't like write it off. Like at least be open to like hearing their viewpoint. I hate when people feel like the need to defend their own place or prove to you that something is right, and that's
Me.
That's a big.
That's something I'm working on.
Me too.
I don't feel like you guys.
I literally was just on a phone call with a guy who like hit me up from Instagram, but he was like hot and a content creator. So I was like, okay. And we were talking and we're like, I just like started talking about OnlyFans and I was like explaining why I did it. And he was like, why do you feel like you have to prove yourself like to me like that it's like a good thing? Like I wasn't judging you. And he called it out and I was like, no, I'm just like, you said you like when people take the time to explain like who and why they do what they do. And I think that that's a common misconception. So when I'm talking about it, I just like to let people know like this is why.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I was like, do I have to prove myself?
No, absolutely never.
You know?
If you're proving yourself, then you're not comfortable with who you are.
All right. She's a 10, but she sends you flowers and she's into you.
Don't. I'm emotionally unavailable.
Same.
And anything that takes time and effort that's not making me money at the moment, I just do not have the time for. I'm in a very much build my life phase. Like there was a point in time where I felt like I was in a lack mentality where I'm like, I need somebody to fill me up and I want someone.
I need someone to fill me up too.
I mean,
That's something I think about often.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, no, that is necessary. But I mean, my time, it just takes a lot of time.
I like that you're rolling up a blunt casually. Yeah, lick it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she's a 10, but she has autism.
It's a 10.
That's an 11 for me.
That's a 27.
Yeah. So you're not emotionally available.
I feel like for the right person, I would be emotionally available, but
That's everyone. Everyone's like, oh, I'm just like, not looking for anything serious. What that actually means is it's not you, bitch.
no, but I also feel like it's nobody. Like I've had people that normally I would be like, yeah, all for, but right now, I don't know. Maybe I'm disconnected.
No, sometimes you have to work on yourself. I bet we've all been in those moments.
I'm 100% in a work on myself.
And it's like, I'm not okay, so how can I give you what you're looking for? And I can recognize that you're that person, and I would, and you're a good person. This is not personal. I'm just going through something, and I do not have the ability to give you what you need. And I know you're a good person, so I'm going to avoid you at all costs.
I
was just saying that today.
Yeah, you were. She was.
That's crazy. I invest. I'm the type of person where I invest a lot in my relationships, so I know that if I'm gonna be talking to someone, it's like that's a time investment for me. That's an emotional. I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah.
So if I like you and I know that I'm in for something that's gonna take time, effort, and right now, I don't want to be there. I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if I meet the right person, I'm not going to be like, no, because I don't have the time. If it feels like you're the person for me, I'm going to make it work because I trust the universe. But I'm not in a place where it's like I'm even engaging in things that I feel like aren't exactly what is for me. Like
Like you're not seeking out a relationship, but if one came, you would take it?
Absolutely not seeking out a relationship. And
That's good, though. I think a lot of people feel almost like guilt or like, I can't do this. And it's like, no, that it means like you never hear our parents' generation saying, like, I took the time to find out who I am until I picked the right thing. Like, our parents' generation and the generation before them settled.
Yeah.
Our grandmothers told all of us never to get married.
It'll never be me.
Yep, my dad told me to play the field, but he married the first bitch he fucked.
Yeah.
The things our parents tell us.
Well, it's because they always want better for us than they had for themselves. So they try to teach us those lessons, and we don't want to hear them.
That's me with my friends. And I'm
really
like, hey, Emily, don't smoke vape because I'm actively trying to quit. And it's the hardest thing I've ever done. And you're like, I'm going to buy a vape. And I'm like, I'm trying to save you. Let me save you.
Let me help you.
Let me help you, Emily. Why won't you let me help you? And she's like, fuck you. I can do what I want. And smokes the vape. And then she's like, Jamie, I'm addicted to it. I'm like, I told you.
I'm addicted to finessing. I'm addicted to finessing.
You got to go through it yourself. That's what you want everyone to just listen, especially when you care. You're like, I'm telling you, I've been through it. I know. And they're like, yeah, I agree. But no matter what, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do it myself, and I'm gonna figure out the hard way because you only really learn something when you're in the shits of it. You got to be in the shits you got to feel the pain to be like, ooh, that was not good. Don't want to go there again.
Literally, I was thinking about this today, and I was like, the people who make the most change, do the most for themselves, for people around them, are people who have been through the trenches. And people who have not been through the trenches have no idea what it's fucking like. Like, you learn so much about life and people around you by going through shit. And that's why it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I get wicked insecure and I'm like, I don't know. Imposter syndrome. I'm like, I've been through the fucking trenches. I came out unscathed and here I am. Like, that's something to be fucking proud of.
I came out scathed as fuck.
True. No, I'm scathed. I'm very scathed. There's scars and bruises all over, but you know.
PTSD.
Yeah.
I can't say that, but
yeah, you can.
Oh, I don't know.
We have PTSD.
I know veterans that had PTSD, so I'm like, is that insensitive?
No.
We live in I don't know this.
No,
it's terrifying.
Days. Everything I say, I'm like, am I offending somebody?
Yeah, but honestly, who gives a fuck?
That's true.
On a comedy podcast, I'm literally like, people joke all the time, and you just have to say, it was a bad attempt at a joke. I'll do better next time.
I feel like everything that comes out of my mouth, I'm like, yeah.
No, we're not PC at all.
Good.
All right, let's do unpopular opinions. My unpopular opinion is I don't give a fuck what your pronouns are. And I don't think that I should have to call you Zay, Za, whatever, if that's what you identify as. You identify as that. You do that. The people who love and respect you will obviously listen. But to have the expectation that everyone in the world who has completely different viewpoints has to, like, respect, that is stupid.
I can barely remember my siblings' names and ages, and you expect me to remember what you want to be referred to.
Literally.
I don't have the time.
I think as long as
capacity.
That makes sense.
That's it.
I don't think you can get mad at people for not remembering. But if they're like,
remember people's
fuck
names.
you.
I don't remember people's names.
Yeah,
I
I'm not going to be disrespectful.
Emily knows. We had it. That was our whole...
What happened?
Our first interaction, I asked her name so many times that her automatic response to anything that I said to her was, my name's Emily. And I was like, would be like,
oh no.
Where are you going? Emily. I'm like, fuck. No, I
was also drunk, so I probably was not listening.
I asked you and obnoxious. I remember to the point where I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know why every time you tell me, I'm just like blanked out.
It's because we're always like,
I'll change my name.
Hi,
don't worry.
each other.
Emily suits you.
It does not.
We were.
Yeah, it does.
There was a lot going on.
Emily's a pretty name, and it reminds me of like a Renaissance painting, and you remind me of a Renaissance painting.
That's beautiful.
And that's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
My little Renaissance queen.
Oh, little Renaissance.
Pronouns thing. It's always fucking white people who want to like feel oppressed and feel different and separate from like the white people. that they don't want to associate with.
Because white people want oppression. So they like put oppression on as like a party hack so they can take it off and it's not real.
Victim mindset.
Exactly. So to me, when someone's like, you didn't fucking do what, like, whatever. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know? You were asexual, non-binary, they, them.
You got to tell people.
But even then, like, don't even get mad, like, and just assume I'm gonna know. And people get like upset,
They just want to be.
and then off themselves because of it.
They're waiting. They want to blame it on you, but it's all them.
Exactly. It's just like going through stuff. I literally thought about this, and I'm like, because all these like kids and people are fighting for like kids to be able to like be trans. This is so controversial, but we can decide to cut this out later or whatever. But kids decide to be trans when they're young. And there's a group of people who are like, and it's typically like the right, being like, your kids shouldn't be able to make these decisions. When I was younger, I literally wanted to be a boy. Like, I was a tomboy. I wanted to play sports. I cut my hair. I idolized girls who were like boyish. I wanted to play on boys' sports teams. I hated dolls. I hated when my mom made me wear dresses. I literally wore cutoff tanks and no makeup, and I was a boy.
Did you have
I played with Bionicles and did World of Warcraft, like everything you would think a boy would do. And I fought against my mom doing that. And I remember I wanted that so bad. But I didn't want to actually be a boy. And if I grew up that way in today's day and age, I would think that I was supposed to be a man. And I would have transitioned probably because I wanted to identify that, and I would have rebelled against my mom. I am so fucking happy I didn't do that because I was just a tomboy.
Yeah.
I just like sports, and I got along with men because girls were mean. And I thought like fucking action shit was cool.
Yeah.
Because I had boy cousins. Like, it was not that deep.
I had older brothers, and I was like, gotta be one of the boys.
If I had actually switched to a dude, I think like as I would have healed, like gone through my spiritual awakening, I would have been like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
Like that. That's the only thing that makes me like think twice about it. Because I'm like, I just wish I was allowed to be who I wanted to be and dress and whatever, and not fucking have it to be a label and just stayed me.
I heard someone on TikTok say that, like, if they could go back, I did research because I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They said that they got like the penis to vagina surgery, whatever that's called. And that like there's a procedure that you're supposed to like do once a week and then eventually stop, and something went wrong with them and they have to do it every single day now for the rest of their life.
You have to dilate yourself.
Dilate it. Yeah. All these things I never heard. I was like, research.
Wait, you have to dilate your vagina?
You would have to like you'd have to do it weekly to keep it.
You have to put like a dildo in.
Yeah. And then shit. And then like, or it closes basically. So this person was like, if I could go back, I wouldn't have done this if I knew that my whole life was going to be affected by it. And I'm like, that's so crazy that
I was like, I would get annoyed by that.
They're like, it's people don't understand how taxing it is.
You
like,
couldn't even go on one of those like survivor shows out in the woods. They'd be like, fuck, my vagina closed up.
There's so many.
Do you know what I mean?
There's so many things you don't even think about that you can't do because of something that you have to just do daily to keep you from like that's you don't even realize it until it's happening. But yeah, there's not enough like like knowledge on these things, or like taught, like they're not. I feel like people just like hear about it and they're like, oh, it's good, let's do it.
No, yeah, and I think that there's people who absolutely think it through, and I think that I love trans people, and I agree with like adult decisions and people who transition. I'm just talking about like young kids. I'm like, just let the kid wear a dress if they want to wear a dress, or wear sports clothes, or go to ballet, or fucking play football. Let them do whatever the fuck they want without judgment.
Absolutely.
And because they were able to experience that, they might be like, hey, this isn't for me. Or they might like it. Like,
but if your kid is adamantly like, no, I'm in the wrong body, I'm in the wrong gender,
and it was genuinely affecting their like mental health, then yeah.
I don't think I would let my child have like any surgery until they turn 18.
Yeah, no,
yes,
but it's still like those are one life. you put your life at risk for some of the,
Exactly.
Like, it's not worth it to me when it's you risk your life for, like, what's the real benefit here? Like, if you were made I'm the type of person, I had my boobs done, so I went under
Really?
the knife. Yeah. So I've had surgery, but it's like a BBL or something like you actually have a risk of dying.
Terrifying.
Which is like, I would never consider something that would put my life at risk.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that for your kid. And that's totally understandable.
I wouldn't want that for anybody that I love. Like,
the worst part is that as like everyone gets more like PC and woke, at the same time there's more compassion and understanding and allowing people to be who they are, and I think that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But where was I getting with this? I don't remember. I had a point and it was so good.
Damn.
And it's gone.
Escaped you.
It escaped me.
Little Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Jolly Rancher?
I don't know.
Oh.
Just came
I thought that was a saying.
I made it.
Yeah, I would totally let my kids, if they were like a girl, call themselves like identify as a guy, and I would respect that wholeheartedly, but I would be like, no surgery.
No.
Nothing legal, I guess, until like you've, I don't know, really made that decision. But kids have so many more rights now because everyone's more woke. Like their voices are being listened to as they should be, because there's a lot of parents who have been like narcissistic and abusive and
forcing them their opinion or like their way,
their
like,
lifestyle,
not allowing of individuality. Like that's what kid flourishes when they're not put under restraint.
But that's also the role of a parent, is like, we've been through life. We have the wisdom of seeing multiple phases of our life, how we've changed, how we've gone back to our childhood or completely separated from it.
Yeah.
That's why you're a parent, is to give your kids that wisdom and to make decisions that they won't understand because they haven't been through it. And so a lot of kids are like, no, that's fucking wrong. Where is the balance of it's wrong? And like you being a parent being like, please trust me. That's where I think like communication is key. You know what I mean? Like to do that. But I think at the same time, I'm like, I'm not going to let my kids dictate how I parent based on what's going on in society, because they're like, well, I can do whatever I want because X, Y, and Z, and pull that shit. I'm going to be like, you're in for a tough awakening, kid.
Yeah.
Well, people think that gentle parenting is like you're like giving into your kids' wishes, but no, it's just you're treating them with respect and giving them boundaries.
Yeah.
So people like villainize gentle parenting, but the people who are not doing it right are the ones who are spoiling their kids. People who are actually gentle parenting just don't fucking abuse their children. That's all it is, guys.
It's the bare minimum parenting.
Yeah, literally.
How everyone should parent.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion. The Mona Lisa's trash. Sorry.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Da Vinci. Okay, you know what really affected?
Sorry, Da Vinci.
Wait, is the Mona Lisa smiling or not smiling?
That's the whole thing.
It changes every time.
We
you look
never
at her.
know.
Just kidding. I got that from the Glass Onion. She's like this.
That was a good movie.
That was a great movie. I thought she wasn't smiling, and now this timeline, apparently she's smiling or something.
She looks uncomfortable.
Maybe she has a butt plug up her butt.
I was thinking something like bathroom-wise. She had to hold it so long. She
had to piss.
Yeah.
Girls gotta fucking pee.
and
She's like
to sit for the painting.
all right, what's your I have to piss face. And you've been sitting there for so long and you're like, I have to piss.
Oh, God. You know what happens to me? I'm not conscious of my facial structure. Just kidding. I'm not conscious of my facial expression.
Me either. Sometimes I just dissociate and go,
I have no idea what I look like.
and I see it on the podcast. I'm like, what's wrong with me?
when I'm doing anything. Yeah.
Mentally, I'm not here.
But mentally, physically.
Oh, I think if I have to pee, it's focused because I'm really thinking about
You're like,
not peeing. Yeah. Squeezing.
we're making faces, by the way, if you're just listening and not watching on YouTube. But if you're not watching on YouTube, are you
Pussy-ass
even a
bitch.
real fan?
Oh, wait, how do I-
We love you.
Do you want me to block the wind?
No, yeah, block the wind. I'm going to do this like a marital vow. Me and the mic are
Why are you lighting the...
Oh my God, I'm addicted to sour cream and onion
I'm
chips.
addicted to finessing.
All right.
I love you, Bear.
How would you finesse a government official to get what you wanted put in a bill?
I would suck their dicks.
telling them I was going to kill myself because it's worked before when I crashed into the telephone pole.
And then you suck their dicks?
Oh, no. I'm
No,
not gonna-
if plan A doesn't work, then you suck the dick.
Oh, what? I'm
No,
not
sucking the dick is always the last one.
So I'm not a government
Damn.
official. I'm going to bite it.
And you're like, A-cap. Like, yeah.
Or maybe because everybody thinks I'm a minor, I could be like, I'm going to tell everybody that you fucked a minor. And then I blackmail them.
But you're not a minor and they could easily hook you up in the system.
But they don't know that.
You will end up in a suitcase.
I'm okay with that.
And Emily's like, you know what? It was my time.
I don't trust the government. Yeah, at least you go out in a fun way.
What would be a fun way to go out?
Bungee jumping.
Suffocating. Sorry.
That's not a fun way.
That's not fun.
You get flung up in the air and then you just smack down.
Sex sent me to the ER. One of those ways.
Oh.
No, I haven't actually. No.
Oh.
Nothing.
Yeah, you came so hard that you died. You had a heart attack.
I felt like that.
That would be the best way to go out, coming and having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
But so sorry to my partner.
Yeah, no, that's
traumatizing to them.
What if your vagina clamps so hard during death that it cuts their dick off?
Honestly, karma.
A goal.
Karma's a bitch.
That's a goal.
That's Gorilla Grip right there.
You watched the movie Teeth? You remember that growing up?
Nom.
The girl with teeth in her vagina?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That shit was wild. And the guy tried to rape her, so it bit her. It bit the dick off.
Karma.
Too bad we didn't have that as a default mechanism. It's like a...
Okay, if you had to choose to have teeth in your vagina, you got to choose when they came out.
Okay.
Teeth in the vagina or teeth in your butthole.
Teeth in my butthole.
It would cut the
100%.
poops in half.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Genius.
It's efficiency for me.
Yeah, but imagine if you were in a bad situation and
Nobody's
someone tried to rape you, you could just cut their dick off.
But I don't want to... I'm not in that situation. I don't put myself... not that you could put... Sometimes it just happens. But I can't envision myself.
Yeah, I'd probably freeze anyways. And I'd be like, I'm supposed to get teeth and they're not coming out.
I really feel like I would go Jackie fucking Chan. But you never know. One time I thought...
I always felt that way, and it's the complete opposite. You freeze and you're like...
Yep.
No, listen. One time... It's a 50-50. I think it depends on weed, too, also.
What strain are you smoking, and how could you defend yourself from a rape? This strain actually helps you fight and do karate.
There was one time...
Fight your rapist today.
In that haunted house, the door was kind of defective. It didn't close all the way, but it also had a door sensor, so it would say front door opening, whatever. One time the wind blew it open. I didn't know it could do that. And I heard front doors. I thought someone was breaking it. I broke my vacuum cleaner, so the metal part was out, and I went down the stairs to hunt whoever came. And then another time it happened, and I hid in a closet for too long. But that time I was high, and I was paranoid. And I was I can't save myself. I'm gonna hide in here. And then I already knew about the door opening thing, so I'm it's probably just the wind. What if it's not?
Unless it's a murder.
Here. Yeah.
Bro, every night I go to bed and Alexa puts on white noise, and then my YouTube is playing frequencies. Clear the negative energy or whatever.
It's true. I've been there.
And then I'm in my head counting or being you are protected by a white light. and then I'll do that, and then it will be hey, what's up, in my ear, and I'm fuck. And I'm trying to close my third eye, and I'm stop talking to me and let me sleep. You're so active at night. Leave me alone.
I don't know. Friends have been jealous of this. At night, I just shut off like a computer. I don't even think.
I'm jealous.
I used to be that way.
I shut
I've never been that way. I've always been controlled by my thoughts.
Yeah, no, I used to thoughts keep oh, am I going to do this? No, when I go to bed, I think investing in a good bed, good pillows, some good sheets. No, I've done it before that. I'm just good at sleeping. Good.
I can't.
Impressive.
Yeah,
I can't even sleep in cars or really on planes.
No, planes are uncomfortable.
I've done red eyes, being oh, I'll wake up and then I'll have my day. That shit's the worst.
I get excited. Even I've flown so many times, I still get this anxiousness when I'm flying. I'm ugh.
Me too. I always think the pilot's going to kill himself.
I always think I'm not comfortable.
I feel I've been on planes since I was a kid, and I'm if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die.
I've actually
I just think I'm literally superhuman.
I know,
and I'm protected, so I'm I'm good.
First time I was on a plane, I remember being I was a little kid, and we were going to Portugal, so I was This is big. And I don't even know what it was. I think like a cigarette putter outer. It was like a little flappy thing. It was metal. And I kept flipping it. I'm like, we're going to die. We're going to die. And I was like 7 years old. My dad was like, Victoria, shut the fuck up. Like, fucking terrified.
Oh.
And now, no, whatever. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Literally. Emily and I think the only time I was really afraid on a plane was when we were going to Aspen and we were on like a mini plane. So it wasn't like a jet, but it was like a mini plane. So like 20 people on it max.
Yeah.
And there's only like 2 people in each row. And there was in severe turbulence in snow, and it was terrifying. And you're diving in between mountains to land, and I'm like, and they were like, "Yeah, this is the most dangerous flight in the whole country." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Why would you tell me that before I went on this plane?"
I don't want to know those things.
No, I really don't.
And people were like, "You want to go back to Aspen this year?" And I was like, "Fuck no." That plane ride was traumatic enough.
I remember on that flight, I was changing my in case of emergency contact from Jamie to my sister.
Oh my God.
Because I was like, we're going to die together. So
it was scary.
Somebody else has to.
They were like severe turbulence, and we're like holding on, and the whole plane is shaking, and you're like, well,
die.
it was good while it lasted, folks.
Yeah. I kind of get excited when those things happen on planes now. I'm like, oh, something.
Make me feel.
Break up the time. It's so boring. Like I read and
I can't. When I'm on a plane, I just sit there and like stress.
I think it's use your discretion. I feel like there's like you could be the most important thing in a parent-child dynamic, I think, is communication, and you need to be strict enough to where you keep them in line and like keep them making the right choices, but not strict enough where they feel like they can't tell you what they're doing and confide in you and trust you. So I think it's finding that easy medium of like, yes, I want to have
so
control.
hard.
That's hard. I can't
imagine having a kid. Think of like a tough kitten to fucking like they just fuck around. They don't listen. Like I can't imagine that being a fucking child. It's gonna drive me crazy.
That's why I think flirting your kids' birth charts is gonna be so crucial. Like I'm big on charts and everything, but it's like when you can understand the fundamental way like this is how they were built. And like I think also like our biggest thing growing up, like what was crucial for me was freedom. And that was the biggest thing that was like, and it is
that everyone took away from you.
Everyone took away from. I didn't have any freedom as a child, like none. And I don't regret the way that I was brought up, but I absolutely hindered my development. Like I could have been so different if
because you act out when you're restricted.
I was
that's why everyone
took down a telephone pole.
Exactly. When you have strict parents and then you go to college and you see those people like just fuck everyone and get trashed every night and they're like fucked up and you're like, oh my God, because you've been controlled your whole life. You've been in a cage.
I was the worst out of my friends. Like I was the craziest out of my friends because I had this strict, I'm assuming because I had this, like, it was my one chance. Like I would do things my friends would be like, not safe. And I'm like, yeah, woo. Like, not even that they supported things. Like, it was that was, I had freedom and
They knew you needed it.
Yeah, I had very supportive friends. Love it. Good times. But, yeah.
You know, life is just a learning game.
That's all it is. And that's why
you can't hold guilt or shame around it.
I forgive my parents for anything that I'm like, you were doing the best you could with what you knew at the time.
Oh, that's a crazy realization as an adult.
It really is, because I thought I hated my parents. I'm like, I hate them. They ruined my life. Everything that sucks about my life is because of my dumb parents. They're like, no, they made a pretty fucking cool person.
There we go.
Yeah.
You got to give them that.
My mom was crazy, but I picked up I watched her. I watched what people loved about her, and I'm that version of her. I just learned how to heal my trauma. Like, I'm my mom if she healed her trauma.
Oh, my God. I think about that sometimes. I'm like,
that's what makes them so angry.
Yeah, no. My mom is never. She's literally an angel.
But that should be like an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
Even though I do feel like I did it on my own, me doing it on my own did make me.
You're so much more resourceful because you did it on your own. You're so much more, you know things that like
I hate that they take credit for that though. They're like, I made you who you are. Like that's what she would always say.
Narcissism.
I know. And it's like, no, I had to do this and I had to make the right choices because you fucked my life up.
They'll never get it.
That shouldn't be something that you wear as an award. That's how I viewed it. I still view it that way, but at the same time, I'm like, given how fucked up her life is, I'm like, and given the timeline she grew up in, I'm like, I guess you were doing the best.
Yeah.
Not good enough for me, but the best you could.
Yeah. I feel like
Not what you deserved,
Yeah.
but the best you could,
there's
which sucks.
which sucks. There's validation. No. There's validation in you being successful by even, I feel like there's probably guilt because she wasn't there, but because you became successful, she's like, let me
Mm-hmm.
validate myself by saying, you came out good, so I did something. But
Yeah.
honestly, it is her. It is her. She wouldn't be who you were without whether she was wasn't there. Was
Yeah, the
there.
personality and the talking and like she always taught me from a young age like feelings were okay. And then she weaponized that as I got older. But the stuff that I grew up on as a young girl,
Mhm.
like all of that stuff stays true and she was right.
Mhm.
But then that became the same stuff, like all the stuff that she taught me, she stopped doing herself.
Mm.
You know?
And when you get both ends of the spectrum, I feel like you can also have sympathy for like the other side and feel the other side. So like you're in it and you know how it feels. So you know that I'll never do that to my child. Like you're taught the depth of the good and the bad. So you know how to navigate.
Yeah. You know, we had to take our parents' beatings and shit and abuse so that we could teach the next generation exactly how not to abuse our kids.
Oh yeah.
Amen to that.
We're not punching our children in the face in 2023.
That's the name.
That's it.
That's the name of the episode. Hit your kids.
Hit your
No
kids.
punching kids 2023.
If you didn't leave a bruise, it wasn't hard enough.
Did you guys get hit
I barely.
by your parents?
I had like a few tussles that stick out to me, but it wasn't like I wasn't.
I got rough and rowdy with
we
my
got
dad.
a little rough sometimes. But no, I never hit my parents. Obviously.
Oh, I
Well,
punched my mom right in the nose.
in
Right
my
in the
head.
nose.
In my head, I did so many.
It was
times.
self-defense, but I ended that.
I was deathly afraid of my parents.
Me too. And I think it was like I took her abuse for too long. And one day I was like, nah, bop.
Wow.
And my mom's to this day told people that I like attacked her and hit her because I punched her and I called the cops. And I was like, my mom hit me. Well, she attacked me first, and then I punched her. And I was like, "Don't fucking hit me!" And I just like retaliated. I was like,
What you get?
I was
Assert your
cornered like a
dominance.
rat, and then I was like, I'm angry.
I have to do something.
So I punched her, and I didn't stop. And I like
chicken
hit her
hit.
in the nose, and she was like bleeding. And I called the cops and said my mom hit me, and the cops were used to picking up my mom and arresting her for violent attacks. So it wasn't anything new.
Violent attacks?
Yeah, she a lot of assault and battery. Like just she'd beat up people at the bar. Like people would come to school and be like, "Your mom punched my mom in the face," and like, yeah. I remember one time my aunt called me a slut when I was in like 5th grade to my mom while they were in a limo to a wedding. On my dad's side, my mom was like, yeah, she's a little slut and hangs out with all the older boys. I was fucking 10 years old. And my mom said she was like, my daughter's a slut. And she took her fucking heel and kicked my aunt in the face and sent my aunt to the hospital.
Good for her.
And ended the whole fucking thing. And
I feel like
and they moved. They lived across the street from us and they moved.
if I was the kids in your school, I wouldn't fuck with you.
They didn't. They were afraid to come to my house because my mom was crazy.
Yeah, no.
I got suspended in 5th grade. And this girl, Emily Barnes, my mom, walked up to her house and Emily answered the phone. Or this girl answered the phone. Or answered the door. And my mom goes, "Is your mom home?" And she goes, "Yeah." And she goes, "Go grab your mother." And that girl knew it was my mom. And the mom comes to the door and she goes, "All right." And then she doesn't address the mom who's standing in the door and she addresses the little girl in 5th grade, mind you. And goes, "If you ever come near my fucking daughter again, I'm going to beat the fuck out of your mom and break her legs in front of you." And she was like, "So leave my fucking daughter alone. You don't know my daughter. You don't know her name. You don't fucking associate with her. I don't give a fuck if she talks to you. And if not, I'll come back and fucking attack your whole family."
What are you sitting
And
there
she
like
looked at
this?
her mom and was like, "You understand?" And she was like, "Yep." And then my mom fucking left.
What do you do in that situation?
Dude, I don't know. She was crazy. But
I would have been like, yeah, that's my mom. And I'm gonna stand beside her.
oh no. If she was like loving to me and had my back and then that's how she treated everyone, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
I'd be deathly afraid of her. I would be terrified.
But she would do that shit to me. She'd be like, if you fuck up, I know someone who can come break your legs. And I'd be like 10 years old. I'd be like, what? I literally don't even do anything bad.
Oh no.
Abuse. This is good. Hit your kids, guys. It helps. It builds character.
Hit your kids.
It does. We wouldn't be who we were if we weren't.
Hit.
I didn't really get. I can't jot that. I'm
Well,
traumatized.
hit with our words.
Hit with our.
Hit with.
I got hit emotionally.
Yeah.
I got hit emotionally.
Yeah.
Life is hard. It's good, but it's hard.
But it gets better.
But it gets better.
Mm-hmm. So do shit for the plot because
Feel it out.
it's always gonna work out.
Cause
What was yours?
Feel it out.
you got to feel it out.
Yeah.
No, feel it out and do shit for the plot because it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Victoria. Where can everyone find you?
Thanks for Instagram, Victoria Fonseca. Figure it out.
And VFit.
VFit.4. That's
TikTok?
No. TikTok, regular name. But yeah, Instagram, Victoria Fonseca, VFit.4. So hard to say. VFit.4. I don't like the dot. I wish I could get her.
No, I like it. I like it.
Oh, thanks.
I like it too.
Thanks.
All right, say the final wrap up, Miss Emily.
Oh, make sure you follow us on Facebook, everywhere, social, YouTube. Leave comments, 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Don't.
Bozo.
Listen to us on Apple Podcasts too, definitely, because that helps us in our numbers. We love you. And do your taxes and don't get audited by the IRS.
Rebuke the government.
Rebuke.